we gonna need a car too?
Alright, we're gonna need something. Those guys took off without the others and carry the rest of the bodies back in that injured orc girl we saw. I took it you didn't get anything else from the spirits, wall, whatever that was.
The wall is still sealed.
Yeah.
So, at least we know that Thaddeus didn't get in through there.
Well, the problem is we don't know where the bloody hell Thaddeus is. He's on an unmarked vessel, not giving out any bloody signals. Sandstorms cover optics. It's hard to even see low flying vessels from space on a satellite system. He could be anywhere.
Look, if what I heard was true, he doesn't have all of the spirit talkers yet. Which means Sheila, I imagine, is still out there.
Right.
I don't know how much you believe in this sort of stuff, but you gotta trust me that keeping those spirit talkers out of his control is, paramount.
Alright, well, if that's true, and
it's at least as bad as the alien.
If it's as bad as everybody says it is, then we've got to find Sheila and take her somewhere. Put her in security. We want to be able to fight this man on our terms, not on his.
Exactly.
So we got to find a secure facility and lock it down.
We have the resources of the corporations that can help. Before this is a war that's only been happening down here in the scrapland, and I don't think they would have had any chance to find Thaddeus, but I'm sure between a couple of, more resourceful companies upstairs, maybe we can find him before he finds us.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
If we can somehow get Damien in front of him, by using Sheila as bait, then it'll aid us a great deal.
Yeah, I actually, right when we got here, I received a message from Damien. I didn't read it at the time because we were going through the shit, but he apparently received word that it was Thaddeus as well. They came to that same conclusion. Sure, through magical means, so at the very least, he already knows, and I'm sure if we reconnect with him, we can come up with some sort of plan.
Right, let me get the stakes here. He's got these, spirit walkers, takers, speakers, whatever the hell you call them. What can he do with them at the moment? Is he just going to be keeping them hostage? Does he need to torture them? Do they need to tell him something?
From what I understand, Thaddeus consumes spirits.
Aye.
Not just, sucks their energy. He literally eats them. And adds them to his power.
Right.
Now, he's already consumed spirits in the Undercity and a very powerful elemental, which we just found, and I have now the bracers of.
So what, is he going to use these spirit talky chaps to sort of open up to try and lure a spirit out so we can eat it? Is that the plan?
I think it's worse than that. From what I understand, the spirit talkers have access to the spirit world, a whole alternate dimension.
Right, alternate dimension.
For this.
Right, sure, okay, alternate dimension. Yeah. Listen.
I mean, look around. This doesn't exactly seem like what you would expect of the wasteland,
more than a little spun out about the fact that there is a human effigy carved in the side of a canyon that has not been seen by man.
Yeah.
I've got some things to reevaluate, but you got to understand, this is a lot to get a hold on. A whole other dimension.
I know. It was a lot for me my first time too. I'm sorry. I'm rushing you.
So how do we get to this dimension? I mean, is he luring there? Is that the sort of place you can take the ship?
I don't think they can get to it unless all the spirit talkers are together. It's like an all for one sort of thing.
So you think he's trying to get access to this realm, so he's got food
so he
source.
can eat the whole fucking thing.
What is Thaddeus? Have we asked that question? Is there a precedent?
We believe he's a spirit. We believe he's a free spirit.
Damien said he was some sort of wild entity. Not a clue what that's supposed to mean, but surely if he is a spirit, he should have access. So what, has he been exiled by the board of the spirits or something?
From what we'd heard from him, it sounded like he also had a past like a human does, so look, I don't know.
There's something about a farm world where he has a strict idea of what is and isn't just. Alright.
Right.
Well,
Well, we don't know. I'm hoping that maybe today we can figure that out and then plan an assault,
Alright,
or at least a recapture of the asset.
Right, well, there's nothing that me or you can do about the alien threat right now. We need to find Sheila, secure her, get in a location, find a plan to try and spring on Thaddeus if he comes for her. We need to make sure you're safe first and foremost. That means getting back up to the upper city. And we need to be able to see how we're going to find this dreadnought.
Now, luckily, we are the first ones here, it seems, so I believe we should recover anything lost in this valley from the fight and have it returned to the Spirit Walkers upon their capture.
Right.
I believe there are some weapons and armaments lying around that were left behind.
Right.
Isn't that right?
I don't know. Asking the spirits.
There.
It might be
it was,
bloody well be.
No, maybe they're not.
Listen,
Right now.
I know Goldman's had some misgivings about this, but given what I've seen here today, if he does listen to me at all, I'm more than happy to back you up on this one.
Appreciate that. I honestly didn't think Thaddeus had it in him to do a whole frontal assault like this.
Aye. Well,
He's either desperate or very confident.
aye, well, you said you thought of him as some sort of opportunist. This is a hell of an opportunity if that's the case. Alright.
Especially while everyone's eyes are turned to the stars,
Well, not solving anything here. This friend of
Let's
yours.
get everyone. Yeah, they, I don't believe they were one of the Spirit Talkers themselves, but they were closely allied with one of them, and I never saw them separate, so I'm sure at the very least that she would appreciate to have the body returned.
Aye. There was something else, actually, that I was wondering. These spirits, what are they? Are they spirits of the dead? Can we talk to them?
Some, it seems, are able to talk, hence, the Spirit Talkers.
Aye, no,
What?
I'm wondering if we might be able to get more information if we spoke to the recently departed. I don't know if that's a stupid idea or not.
Frankly, I don't know if it's that simple, if I can just,
I didn't think it was
access
simple.
the body and talk to it. I don't think I even have that sort of power, but
I don't know what powers you got,
theoretically,
but
like the
alright.
druid that we're supposed to find in this canyon is the deceased druid, but it now is a spirit that you can reach and retain some of the knowledge it had in life. So theoretically, yes.
Right. Well, here's hoping he's got something that was recording on him instead, because I don't fancy poking around in that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Where are we taking him then? Just back to Scrap Town, or
Yeah, they'll want to see. They'll know what to do.
I don't suppose you've got any bright ideas about how to, flag down Scrap Town?
No. See, I thought we would use the vehicle that was parked outside when we came in.
The one that was shot to shit by the vessel. The truck.
Well, no. I meant the one that we drove in on.
Aye, the one that
Had
was...
the mayor in it, but...
I thought people took... Whatever, we'll go and check it in a sec. Alright, well,
Yeah,
I suppose this one's on me then. Come here. Oh, that never gets any less grim. Let's get out of here.
I'll do my part and collect these items off the ground. Here we go.
Aye.
Here's an axe.
Oh. What the hell did you do in life that got you fucked up like this? Surprised there's much of a body left, given the state of the face. It looks like Thaddeus was trying to prove a point with this one. Either that or he's just a sick shite. So,
Coast is clear.
how many of these spirit talkers are there anyway?
before.
And you're one of them, or are you like some sort of apprentice?
I don't know what the fuck I am, but
Aye.
I believe he's got 3 of them.
Well, here's hoping you're not a replacement. Well, no car. Which means either the sandworms have responded to the amount of tremors in the ground, or we got a long fucking walk ahead of us.
Yes.
I don't suppose you know how to get back, because I was busy inhaling exhaust fumes at the time.
You know, I got like a rough idea.
That's great.
So,
at least there's a huge fucking tower to go off, but I don't want to fight another sandworm. I do not want to fight another sandworm.
I really could have sworn that we had a car here, but
Aye.
you know,
Maybe
c'est la vie, I suppose.
maybe try getting a hold of one of those spirits again. Maybe they can give us a path through the spirit world or whatever the fuck else.
Oh, spirits, I beseech you.
Is this how it works?
Yep.
What is my life? Are they spirits now? Could Ricky talk to them? Nothing?
Maybe they, sleep.
Aye, well, radio shot they set fire into the wastes.
I guess we could start walking.
I guess we can
This is how we
start
spend our
walking.
full day.
Aye, me too. This thing is going to start to smell.
I mean, it was a person. You could be like, I guess you're right.
Sorry,
You know, I don't know. I don't know how much a spirit is related to the form it leaves behind, you know? That is a good question. I'll have to ask them sometime.
yeah, well, it was,
Think this way.
I'm trying...
Definitely not that way.
Right, okay, well, after you. This is exactly what I was afraid was gonna happen. Some wastelanders were gonna take us out into the desert, a WOTO senior executive, and they were just gonna leave him there.
Yeah, you know, this does kind of feel like a thing we would have been worried about a few months ago.
Aye,
Kind of ironic that now that it's happening,
I'm always
it's
worried.
for totally different reasons.
Right, keep your eye out for the tower. At the very least, it might be nice to go out looking at the upper sea. Is that smoke or a
see that, right?
sandstorm?
Look like it's smoke to me.
I know, I see a...
what's
Oh,
up?
right, aye.
We're trying to get this body back, and we had a car, I believe, but it's not here anymore
Oh,
because
do you
of,
need-
you know.
You
I believe McCulger was gonna come back to pick us up again after he delivered the
Yeah, that
body
was the
off.
original plan.
Aye. So, has he decided to leave us out here for dead? Because otherwise we're walking.
I will ask McCulger, and if that ends up not being his plan, and there was supposed to be a car here, I can just drive a car out here to you guys.
Right, thanks,
Okay.
spirits.
If that would be okay.
Should we
Yes,
sit
the
tight or?
spirits.
Aye.
Yeah.
Sit tight for now. Give me like 2 minutes to go see if I can
Okay.
figure that out.
Right.
We got it.
Right.
The spirits have told me that he may have forgotten to send the car back, but that they also have the power to self-drive a car out here. So,
Right.
you know.
Advanced tech for a wasteland.
Oh UFOs, the spirits, you know, they kind of supersede stuff.
Aye, well in that case, let's go back to our little bus stop. Hopefully we can flag something down.
Well, hey, look, you know, you and me don't really get a chance to, like, talk one-on-one with,
Yeah, right,
you know, literally nothing else to do, so...
Yes, I suppose there is that. You know, a good thing that the world could blow up at any moment, and we've got that to worry about. Bloody hell, the city was behind us. We're going in completely the wrong direction.
Okay, easy, we just climb the wall.
Yeah, no, not quite. There's got to be some access port or something, right?
So, here's the thing. I've been playing through my head, you know, the events of yesterday.
Aye.
Right? All of these meetings, getting a bunch of information, we make a plan. That plan is counteracted. We make a new plan.
Aye.
We meet Hadwin. Hadwin's making a new plan.
Aye, that one's interesting.
Down here, we find out we're late and everyone's taken. Right. Why was it that at no point Thaddeus even came up on our radar as to, you know, the possible suspect of this unmarked vessel?
Because we were told by various heads of field that this thing was likely a alien spacecraft. Because everything was going mad.
Related to the Golden Lance.
Aye, related to the Golden Lance, relating to whatever. We knew that this thing was able to accelerate to a crazy rate, dropped off Kyoto's radar, and was all of a sudden 24 hours away, in which case I hope that's going well.
Oh,
fuck, you're right.
Yeah, slight modification to what happened last time. You two have left the Spirit Canyon. You come out and you see the vehicle that you used to get here rammed up against a wall, completely totaled.
Right, well, that's just great. How exactly did that happen again?
Spirits?
I leave Sunidi outside with a car for 5 seconds. And it's totaled.
Right, it was fucking Sunidi, wasn't it?
It was, they were coming right up behind us, and as we went in to look at all the sort of like water spirit shite, turns out that our vehicle's been well...
Don't blame the water spirit, they just recently was deceased.
Okay? Nah, it wasn't my point. My point was they took every opportunity they can to suddenly strand a couple of WOTO execs out in the fucking desert, didn't they?
I have a couple of choice words for Sunidi. Do we make it back to Big Papa Tower, wherever that even is?
Aye.
You think there's anything we can salvage from this, like, I don't know.
I'm not a mechanic, but we can take a look. I suppose there might be something in the boot. With any luck, they left us some supplies. I'll quickly pick up this point. Alright.
Oh, fuck, yeah, we also got all this to carry back.
Aye, yeah, no.
Do that?
That's a good point, Ricky. I'm trying to figure that one out myself.
I was gonna say we could leave it in the car and get someone out here to bring it back, but...
That might not be a bad idea. Well...
I mean, we're probably gonna need to have a wits about us if we're actually walking all the way back.
Aye, I reckon if we leave it in the shade underneath it, it might, yeah.
Like, deteriorate less?
Yeah.
What do you like me to put on a box for you?
Well, I think we're leaving it underneath the vehicle, for now. Hopefully we'll be able to get back quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. Sorry, lad. Okay, right. That's, How attached were you to this guy?
I only met him a couple times, but he seemed like a straight shooter, which has been increasingly important to me. Last time we talked, they actually, along with their friend, the Red Orc, proclaimed me to be, let's just say, a trustworthy individual, which I don't get a lot, so it meant a lot to me.
Alright, well hopefully us being out here with his dead body isn't gonna burn any bridges. Second thought, I better put him inside. Come on, in you go!
Wouldn't it just like microwave him though, you know?
Well, it's either that or the
something
bugs
like a
come running in and pick him apart, so maybe this gives him a little bit of protection.
Yeah. I suppose so.
Hey, either that or we could try and dislodge one of the crates from the roof, but I think the man's had it bad enough, don't you? Ron's garage.
We got a long walk ahead of us, so.
Yeah, about that, I was in the boot, Ricky, the whole way here, so I take it you remember the way.
No, Ricky's memory isn't what it used to be.
Right.
But I'm really good at sniffing shit out, you know?
Aye. Well, tower is behind us.
Red after all.
We're going there. Do you remember coming past a spiky death wall? Or was it
We didn't
more...
go that way. I know that. We went this way. So I think we go this way. I don't know if we hug the wall. That might be a little... Well, at least that way we don't get lost.
Aye, and that we can only get attacked from, well...
One direction.
Aye. That's the theory, anyway.
Man, see? Now we're thinking like Wastelanders. You know, in another reality, I feel like we'd be pretty good out here, huh?
Uh-huh, yeah, well, do you know what? I'm gonna try my hardest to make sure that reality doesn't happen. Don't suppose you remember anything about the smokestack?
No. I actually don't.
Alright.
You know, I actually just realized something. Do you mind if I
If you want.
I strip down?
Do you know what? Whatever.
It's hot, okay? I don't wear this suit the
Yeah,
whole
no,
way.
it's warm. I'm very aware of that.
Just give me like 1 second.
Alright, right, no worries. I just hope there isn't some sort of giant fucking buzzard that fancies having a peck at a bit of rat meat. Why do I feel cold? I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, you know, get over with.
Aye,
Soak it all in.
I'm doing just that. Great, I just hope there isn't some sort of like aerial beast that comes along thinking you're a prized, well, prey.
Well, they can try. I am still packing a lot of heat, so they'd find me with a little more bite.
Aye,
The normal old rotisserie red.
let's hope then. So, I suppose now's about as prominent a time to talk about it as any. We've got the time, right? You made up with Goldman now, have you, or, things were getting tense for a moment there?
Made up. I mean, well, he and I have never always seen eye to eye, but I've always considered him kind of own quantity, if you know what I mean.
Huh.
He's not very clandestine about his feelings.
No.
I respect that.
Aye, it's probably the best thing about him.
Right.
But, suffice to say, he had some misgivings about, what you and Manu have been up to.
Is that so? He talked to you about that personally?
He mentioned a few things, aye. Truth be told, before today, I'd have agreed with him. Puts a lot of stress.
He's also a bit of a paranoid man.
Aye, well, some of us appear to be paranoid, and when they see, one of the head chefs, one of the senior execs of WOTO running off every now and then with nigh on no protection, let's just say it doesn't make you feel too confident that your head's not going to be next on the block. Though, I suppose escorting you on this one's gone a damn sight better, so I can't be too mad about it.
Yeah, to be frank, when I go off on my own, as you say, I usually don't end up in this exact situation. So
Hey,
take that as you will.
maybe we should make sure we keep Manu with us in future. Something of a lucky charm. He's starting to look a little bit like a cliff face coming up there.
Yeah. Or it's the high ground that we can skirt across, unlike a car.
Hey, I've got a little bit of a theory that some harder ground might not hurt when it comes to the locals as well. Sandworms and the like.
Alright, let me see if I can.
So, approximately how fucked off do you think every beast is for the 100 miles or so surrounding that Sinidi decided they'd put a massive hole in the ground?
Very good point. Not one I had considered previously.
Ricky,
Well,
Ricky. Down there. Some sort of bug.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. You see one of the crab things?
No. Look different. He's got, wings, smaller, humanoid head. I didn't see the whole of him.
Is it Okay, well, one thing that I've learned out here
That is
when it comes
humanoid,
to wildlife,
and he's not very far away. He's
You don't
just
think-
over.
you think
There,
it's not
there.
wildlife. Oh, I see it flying now.
I don't suppose there's any chance this is one of your wasteland friends.
I'm no threat.
Hey, we'll be the judge of that. Identify yourself.
Oh lord. Name's Tesh. You can ask anyone in Scraptown. I'm a new resident, more or less.
Hey! Heidi ho, neighbor. Why don't you come up here and we can look at you face to face? We won't pull our weapons if you don't.
Yeah, the only weapon I have is a spear. Don't worry about it. I'm less concerned about you, even with those guns.
What are you
Nice to meet
concerned
you.
about then, friend?
What I'm concerned about, friends, is the sandworm.
Sandworm.
I knew there's one out here.
I can see it.
Would that be it?
There he is.
Right.
That would be it.
Sandworms.
Well,
You're a wastelander. What do you know about him? Are we safe up here? Do we need to get to higher ground? What?
Well, we're on higher ground. So right now we're about as safe as we can be. At least from him.
now you mentioned
You
you're
two
from
don't really
Scraptown.
look equipped. Hmm?
You're a
Go on,
Scraptowner.
sorry. More or less. I wouldn't call myself a Scraptown native. I'm new to the area. I've spent the last several months stranded in the outer deserts.
Stranded in the outer desert.
So,
I was given to believe that everything that was out here overnight was shredded alive. How the hell have you survived the sandstorms?
There's some exceptions to that rule I have discovered for myself as well.
yeah, I'm one of those exceptions, unfortunately.
You got a hideout nearby, somewhere you can signal for help.
Oh, no. I take it that you take it that you're trying to make your way back to Scraptown.
Aye, that's right.
Correct. I am Ricky, and this is my friend Leo. Sorry for not introducing myself.
Aye. Leonard, I prefer, aye.
No worries. Formalities always slip my mind. I was alone for 2.5 months in a desert full of monsters trying to kill me every
Encouraging.
day. Formalities and social niceties aren't exactly my forte, so I don't blame you.
Well, they're my specialty, so we make a good
Sorry,
combo.
you expect me to believe that you're just, if you know where Scraptown is, you've just been hanging out here for 2 months? Why?
No, I found Scraptown several days ago, and I am not comfortable in social environments.
Understandable.
When you've been stranded for this long,
You're easing into it, you know? You're like, you want to go every once in a while, get used to talking to people. Hey, look, I can help you with that, all right? I'm the best talker I know.
Aye, he's pretty good.
I appreciate that. For now, however, I would like to primarily focus on making sure that you two don't immediately die on your way back.
Hey,
to
me too.
Scraptown.
We have that in common.
To that end, while high ground is commendably valuable, we can actually make our way through the sand now that I know where the worm is. This might take some time, but if you'll follow me, I'll get you there safely.
Right.
All right. Do you have any other bug friends happen to be flying around, or is it you're kind of a lone wolf?
No. I was a mercenary from Savior City. My team all died on a mission out on the waste.
Ricky.
Hey, me too.
I was the only survivor.
Hey, me too.
Ricky, keeping my voice down for a second. If I wanted to lead someone back to a raider camp...
You sound remarkably upbeat about that.
You know, it's all about having a good attitude.
I have wings and I can dampen the fall, so meet you guys down there.
Ricky.
What?
Ricky. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth.
I can dampen the fall. Just come meet me down here.
Alright, fuck.
Ricky, if I wanted to lead someone, you expected me to believe he just fucking lives out here in the wasteland.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take a couple of unsuspecting corpos back to my bandit base, this is probably what I'd call the gold mine.
Or he just fucking hit us with his spear, you know?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
Look, we're not really in a position of negotiation, so...
Yeah, alright. Just ask you to remember what's on the line.
Yeah, the world. I get it.
Did you get lost?
Already. No, just taking the safe route.
Aye.
Understandable.
I've had a couple of run-ins with these sandworms in the past. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a bit jumpy.
They are admittedly intimidating if you don't know how they behave. But after having to evade them for such a long time, I'm very aware of how they function.
Well,
follow my lead.
Way, then.
And follow my lead and don't run ahead. The important thing to note is the sandworms aren't comfortable outside of deep sand. They're swimmers. Their legs aren't very strong. Anywhere where there's rocks,
they use legs.
Safe from them. As soon as we cross over that threshold into the dunes, we are immediately.
Whoa! Out of the road! Hold it right there!
Hey, Horizon, is that you? Yeah! Holy shit!
Giving me a pep talk. Nice to see you.
What are you doing here?
Collecting a body.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't want to overheat, you know. Look, usually I'm wearing clothes.
I'm looking for Stan's body.
Aye, he's
Yeah.
in the 6-seater around the
Well, we
corner.
were escorting the body, and then our car where it was rendered inoperational, so we're about to walk back and
Aye.
probably die.
Well, good thing I brought this.
You would be right.
Looks better than a boot, I
Would you
guess.
like to go help us retrieve the body? It's right over there.
Yes.
Sorry, what was your name again?
My dear friend Ricky.
Name's Tash.
Yes.
You were.
Horizon, where
Ricky
are your
and
manners?
Leo?
We were being saved by this man here.
I've met Horizon before.
I know
Nice to see you, Horizon.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you, Tesh.
Happy as always. Of course.
I have no doubt we were in good hands, and I look forward to seeing you again in Scraptown one day. And hey, free vocal training lesson on me, okay? I'll teach you how to, schmooze, bug girl, bug guy, whatever you're into, all right? Sound good?
That sounds good. I might take you up on that sometime if I can get myself comfortable in town again. We'll see how
Of
things
course.
go.
No doubt about it. That was a card from the direction this lad was taking us.
I appreciate your confidence. So yeah, if you ever need any guidance on wasteland monster behavior or survival skills, I guess I'm your guy.
Sound
What
good.
was it? I guess recently I've been hanging out in I've been at least spending the night in a little tent complex in the middle of the salt flats.
Right.
If you need me,
Tent complex.
Okay.
So that's your place.
In the salt flats.
for now,
How the hell are you out of the sandstorms?
stand off me.
Understood.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
we're gonna
up
go
there
retrieve
and
the
get
body
us-
of our recently deceased friend. If
Yeah.
that's good with you, and then we'll catch up
Do
some
you,
other
do you
time.
need any help with that, or
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not very acquainted with the wastes out here.
Aye.
Speaking of which, we should get in the vehicle.
Yeah, so that high ground's
No.
looking quite good again
no,
right
no,
now.
no. Don't get in the car. Stand perfectly still. The other thing I was about to mention, sandworms can sense tremors in the ground. The sand, something about how they interpret their surroundings. They're able to read vibrations through the sand. If you're taking heavy steps or you're moving very fast and you're just displaying a lot of ground, they're more likely to know where you are.
More likely.
The trick to hiding from them is simply going slowly and walking softly. Cars, unfortunately,
Carrying a
draw
big
lot of
gun.
attention. They're large vehicles and they displace a lot of sand. There's a lot of vibration caused from them. If you want to avoid a sandworm, then honestly, the best thing that a car can do is a distraction.
Well,
Huh?
glad you're here.
What do you know?
I think maybe we're okay now. Oh,
It's just behind the second pillar on the right.
yeah.
If you'd like, I can try to draw its attention.
Is
I
that
think
safe?
I
first,
can
while we're
potentially-
still on the ground, we should get that body.
Here, go collect your recently deceased friend's body. My condolences, by the way. Once you're back here and you're ready to go, I'll work on drawing its attention, and I'll make sure that you guys have a safe ride back to Scraptown. Which, by the way, if I recall correctly, there's the tower. That would mean out this way, and to your left, there should be some ruins, some big metal-looking ruins. A couple of tubes. Just go through the second tube. It goes straight to the salt flat.
All right.
The
Won't
sandworm's
forget
getting
this.
closer.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's give it a.
What's that symbol on your shoulder there, friend?
That's just a personal thing. Like I
Right,
said, I was a mercenary. I wasn't really affiliated with anyone individually.
right. mercenary corp hiding in the dunes. Noted.
Sorry, stuff.
We will be back here shortly.
Appreciated.
Right,
I'll keep an eye out for
Let's
the
go.
worm.
will do.
Thank you.
It looks like we should have just
Notice,
sat
this is all
tight.
rock.
Aye, yeah, that it
It's
is.
all sand, you know.
Come on, get it. You wanna keep walking on the sand?
It's just round the corner.
You're right.
I'll
Probably nice having air conditioning in here.
follow up behind. I don't think there's a seat in the back of this.
Broken air conditioning, that is.
Wait, there's no seat.
Ah, there is. I got it.
All right.
I'm in.
It's a bit of a rough, metally seat, but it's a seat nonetheless.
That it is.
I gotta adjust this thing.
You might
Well,
not want to do
that's
that
some
while
high-speed
moving.
rat twerking.
Get kind of wacky.
That's something I didn't expect to see today.
It's broken
Hey,
as shit.
you somehow magically ended up trashed behind us, aye?
The entranceway here.
Right, your mate's in the front seat. I put him in there so he wouldn't get eaten.
Thank you.
Let's go.
We've also
It's a
found
force
some,
ejection.
lost equipment from some of the folks that seem to have been kidnapped. So we can put that back here
Oh.
too.
Yes, put it all back in here. I hope you don't
Now,
mind
if you
the
don't mind, I'm
bottom.
gonna go put on my suit again, as I wish to not be seen like this in public.
Aye.
Yeah, just get behind the vehicle.
Go do that.
Or somewhere. Who knows? What exactly happened here? And why is there so many potholes?
Massive ship. I don't know how much you know about the spirits nearby, but it turns out an unmarked vessel was flying low over the wasteland. We came out here to investigate, thinking it was an advanced part of the alien fleet. Maybe here faster than we anticipated. What we found, however, is evidence of Thaddeus.
A dreadnought class vessel.
Dreadnought class vessel, aye. And we're off right now to find his next target. See if we can track him down in the process.
Who did they target?
The spirit talker.
Question.
If you say so, Ricky.
Where's Sheila?
Don't trust this one.
That's exactly what we want to know.
That's our next
She's
question.
the only one that we know we don't believe has been
Strapped
captured.
down.
Right.
Well, then we have to find her before he does.
Anyone nearby who might know?
Yes.
Husband,
That
perhaps.
is mission operative number 1. So if you can, make sure to help. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
I can. I did make an oath to protect them, and also, what spirit talkers they actually get.
I don't know them.
I heard there's 4, and he has 3 of them, excluding Sheila.
Oh.
So, you do the math.
Aye.
That means they took Tyrion.
Are you close with Sheila?
Yes.
Well, if you stick by, you might help us persuade her move her to a secure facility. It's for all of our goods. And we don't need, there's been more
She
problems than we
doesn't
need.
like orders or restraints.
Right, yeah, well, we don't
Well-
like, whatever the hell Thaddeus is, and we quite like, life on this planet for the
Look, we
time
don't have to
being.
talk about the details now. We can figure out a compromise.
Let's get in the
But
car,
the point
eh?
is,
Spirit Eater.
we're gonna help.
Yeah, I'm
protect
gonna
her,
tow
okay?
this thing, by the way. We need this back here.
Right, sense of urgency and no chance I can persuade you to get it later?
Mm-hmm.
His chair don't go back far enough.
Well, that's starting to smell.
It doesn't.
By all means, sir, if you fancy taking places with me next to the corpse in the back, you're welcome to.
You got it.
Right.
Oh no, by that I meant you got it. Like you can sit next to the corpse.
I figured, sir.
Okay.
Have they
so
got
yeah,
a
at
mirror
least it's
there?
doable. I'm comfy.
They don't.
All right. Operation Don't Get Eaten by Sandworm.
We are a go. I have to
Am I gonna get a chance to go to the upper city? Am I gonna get a chance to grab a snack?
Ah! Luckily it's not pulling. This way, then it should pull quite normally.
Gotta wait until he's not looking
Flag
behind
is
us
flying in
anymore.
my face.
It's okay, it's a beautiful flat nonetheless.
Sure you don't have a car like a bit smaller? Like a
No.
go-kart or something? Golf cart even?
Oh yeah. But I needed to come out here to make sure if there's anything I could salvage with the
he
golden
seems
land.
happy.
It seems to need to
Hey,
be built
there's
up
Fred.
and all. Hey!
God damn it, I gotta get something.
Wonder if he can hear me.
What are you seeing? Should I have a gun out or not?
No.
Nah, you're good.
Talk to him.
The less noise, the better. Hey!
Are you yelling?
Yeah!
Don't freaking yell. There's a worm over there. Hey, I'll do it. I'll talk to him, okay?
Alright, Ricky.
He's not responding. I think he's fluxing. Ricky, come back!
I've got to
He's
go get my
fluxing.
boss.
Don't do that.
Uh-oh.
Is he alright?
I think he shed his carapace. Yeah, no, he's...
It's what you call a flux.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not look at that. Ricky? Aye.
Wait, wasn't that even bug repellent?
What?
Oh. Why
There's
didn't I use this earlier?
quite a pressing matter at hand. If I could urge us with all haste to get back to Scraptown.
Yeah, no, this is canisters from Hadwin. He told me to use it if I was ever out stuck in the wastes.
Right, it makes a lot
there
of
you
stuff
go.
for everyone else, it seems.
What does it do?
It attracts them.
Get what?
Cool.
I throw it in a
Alright,
different
so
direction.
How
They
good
go
of a
in that
thrower?
direction.
Right, well, you got it out right now.
I would say I have a pretty good arm.
Right, yeah, well, I just
Also
saw
pretty
it.
soft on my feet, so I'm gonna run out there.
Okay, right.
Are you gonna throw it? Shouldn't we drive the car first?
I was given to believe that we could outrun the damn things.
Throw it out the fucking window or something.
Yeah, let's just toss out the window.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, let's
I gotta
do
adjust
this.
my whole
Just
fucking
twist.
seat again.
I'm very confused about how
This is
this
the
is
worst
happening.
day
Toss out the
ever.
window.
That's
Hey,
Hi.
Oh.
Ready?
There you are.
yeah,
sorry, I had to scout away for a second.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make the run for it, and I'm going to draw the worm into the sandstorm to muddle its tremor sense. You
Okay.
make sure you go left, the second tube into Scraptown.
Okay, got it.
right.
Don't go until you see. Don't go until I want to say 15 seconds after you lose sight of me on the right.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay, well there it is right there. It is dive.
I know. All right.
All right, keep it track.
Bless you, Bugman.
Bless you. Isn't he beautiful?
He's something, alright.
He's my hero.
I don't like the wasteland.
Watch him as he goes.
Is he A-posing? I think he's A-posing.
I think he's just being cautious because there's a worm that's about to eat him.
Now I think about it, everyone just runs in the sand. That guy's really cautious.
Aye, yeah, no, he's doing his best not to alert it before he has to.
I mean, how many months did he live out here? Look, I trust
You said
him.
like 2.5 or something like
Whatever.
that. Oh, you may trust him.
Oh,
I'll keep an eye on the timer.
I can't say I'm super happy about the bloke who's allegedly part of a mercenary band who's having to live out by himself in a tent in a salt flat. Something about that doesn't quite add up to me, but then it's my job to be paranoid.
To be honest, anyone else would see him as a freak.
I see him as a freak. I just gotta throw it up there.
I'm seen as a freak. What's your point? We're all freaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are really all freaks. Wow, look at that man go!
Wow, yeah, that's some balls. That bug's got balls.
Well, we know to stand still next time. Thanks for that. The way he goes.
Look around the laser
This
bar.
side of him, 15 seconds. I've got my timer ready.
Well, I don't think we should go yet, as it's directly in front of us.
Nah.
Wait till he
It
actually
is.
lures it.
He's lowering it.
Sorry, Stein. Needs must.
Really all sandworms do all day. It's like a symphony.
Well, let me put this in your perspective. What do rats do every day?
We worry about things a lot more. Don't just sit and swim around in the sand and hope something comes to us.
That's
We'll
grim.
find something.
That's grim.
They are apex predators after all. "15 seconds, starting now."
Yeah, starting now.
Let's just fucking chew it.
What are you eating back there?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, just got hungry.
Do not eat the body, or otherwise I will hurt you.
What?
Leo, why are you eating the body?
What?
Kinda weird, buddy.
Right.
Please
All
put
right,
the
now.
body down, Leo. Yeah, we're
That was
good.
the call
Let's
now.
do it.
We're good. Right. Corona has just made me out the ass.
There he is. There's the worm.
Like,
We
Second
should be
two.
good. We should be good.
holy fucking shit.
That's the first tube, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. We need to go to the second one, which is behind it.
What the fuck? But, what the fuck?
Leo, let us know if we're about to get eaten, alright?
Aye, yeah, keeping watch. Only cactuses and
We need
sand so far.
You know, I see why it gets the name Scrap Town. There's a lot of scrap out here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, most of it's all of it's corporate because every corporate head decides to blow something up suddenly.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah,
panics.
we've got things to say about
Like
that.
Suniti. They tried to kill out.
I
They also
really
tried to
don't
throw
think
me
he
under the
was,
bus.
Slim. I really don't think he was. He for sure knows OOC.
Because I'm the owner of the radio tower. And they are trying to deploy it as the alien sent a signal to their equipment to glass the golden lance, which doesn't make sense, doesn't add up.
Wait, how'd you hear about
So,
that?
immediately, I
Aye.
was in the upper city. I was there. Why do you think I was at the meeting?
You mean the Saniti meeting?
Yes. I was there because I know the most information on that alien creature. From out here, that is. And for the fact of all the radio stuff. Because radio signals actually do jam their signals.
So you're saying that the alien did not use your tower to send a transmission?
Oh, no, it did. It did. It broke my shit. But it didn't send a transmission to Teeny stuff. It sent a transmission to space.
What?
The fuck? You
I
get
got
that,
your
Leo?
vehicle back.
Ah, yeah, I heard that loud and clear. It looks like we got more than a couple of questions to ask.
Yeah, well, what you get. You're safe now.
Yeah.
Vehicle back.
Oh boy. Well,
Whoa. Well, never thought I'd be
Okay.
glad to see this place again.
It was stuck. It was broken down.
hey,
Sorry, Stein.
how you feeling?
Yeah, she's.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm struggling to recover from
she's
that.
not feeling good.
Shit.
That's a bad time.
Terrible right now, actually.
That's a bad time.
Sorry to hear that. Oh man, look at you. Yeah,
Hey, Leo.
it sucks. Hey, you didn't.
You got a strong hand, right?
Aye, what's up?
Did you?
Hold this cabling down so I can unhook it.
Out there.
Alright,
Hold
sure.
it down. Alright, should be good now.
Alright,
Let it go.
cool. Let's see if we go with that. Just skip through here.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, who retrieved you from the freaking waste?
Right, mission successful.
My friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking.
You not remember seeing us?
No, I do.
Right.
Really?
You know
I
what?
thought
Never
you'd already
mind.
gone back to your place.
Yeah, no, we weren't. The car broke down, so we had to find another way back.
Aye.
Doesn't matter. It's over now.
You guys got back safely.
Listen,
Yeah, well, if they're
do
right,
any of you
and,
know
the
where
good old
Sheila
bad boy
is?
out there.
We need to find her as a matter of course. Any idea where she was last?
Well, I need to find her as well.
Find what?
Well, seems like that's a lot of people then. What do you have for her?
Listen, we're in kind of a hurry
I
right
need
now,
to stop
so...
her from trying. Oh well. Sucks for me, doesn't it?
Aye, yeah, it does. So, if you wouldn't mind.
Fuck, I know where she is.
Right, thanks, that's all I needed. We better get back in. We might be able to
We're on the
find...
same side here, all right? So let's tone it down. We're both looking to protect Sheila.
I just witnessed my friend get murdered and then 3 other people get kidnapped.
Yeah, and we're trying to get him
think
back.
I'm okay?
Also, we
Yeah,
brought
Really,
Ben's
please
body
do not
back.
instigate. They are very, very, very hurt right now. Both emotionally.
aye, yeah, well,
I
we're...
understand. We're trying to do something about it.
Aye, that we are. We try to stop a
So,
lot more
where was the last
people from
place you
getting
saw
a
Sheila?
lot more hurt.
I saw her
I
in
don't
the room
know.
myself yesterday.
The row yesterday. That's it. Okay. You know, we'll start there. Anyway, I'm sorry for your loss, all right? I'm upset too. We're gonna do something about it, though. That's what this is all about. Okay?
That's what they all say. They all say that.
Yeah,
before
well-
they end up fucking me over.
We look forward to hearing success.
We went out there personally and brought you guys back,
Aye,
okay? We walked in the fucking wasteland back here. And now we're gonna go do
You
something
didn't
about
have
it.
to.
What do you mean I didn't have to?
You didn't have to. I don't know you personally.
Yeah, I didn't do it for you. I did it for all the people that fucking got kidnapped and shit. I did it to save the whole fucking city. Okay?
Aye.
So I don't care if you think you owe me anything. Or you don't want to owe me anything. I don't
I
care
know I
about that,
don't.
alright?
well, that's
Good.
great. Do you owe Sheila anything? Because she needs a favour right now, and that favour is being somewhere where she's safe.
Sheila's allowed to do her own thing. I'm not her mother.
I'm not asking you if you're her mother.
You know
I'm
what?
saying she's in danger.
This isn't going anywhere.
That it isn't. Best of luck with the leg.
I wish you a speedy recovery, alright? Take care.
I wish I could keep in touch with you, but our radios aren't working here.
Well, that was talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, the fucking corporate wall comes back up. I don't know why they'd assume we have anything to do with it.
So what next? Do we ask around, see if there's anyone else saw where she went?
We
Contact
ask
one of the
around
mayors,
here, but-
perhaps? Or do we head back up? It's a goose chase. The city's massive. we'd be foolish not to ask around a little bit more first. Hopefully some people have got
Yeah.
looser lips
Just grab
than
a couple passerbys.
Rond, or whatever her name is. I presume that was Rond.
Yeah.
Rond's workshop. She seemed to own the place. Sounds good. That's Hadwin's place up ahead. The odds are he's still in the upper city.
Yeah, true. Hey, where did Ryzen go?
I don't know, he just ran off.
Is that?
You've been down here a lot. Do you know if there's like an office or something of the mayor? Someone we can get who can...
Usually, I just see someone walking around.
We could try the clinic.
Yeah, that's honestly, usually people are injured out here, so that's a good place to start.
Aye, let's head there then. Even though it looks closed up at the moment. Right, we're pressed for time. I'm just gonna start yelling. Hey! Listen up! We're looking for your mayor or something of the like. If you're about and you want to come out and have a chat, peaceful and all that, we're all ears. What? Aye. Evening.
McCulger's a psychopath. Giving you a heads up.
What?
He is a man.
Salutations on a sandless day.
Yeah, salutations. Listen, we need to find Sheila. We think she's in danger. Do you know her at all? I know where she was headed last.
The sunburned shamans familiar their location. Lost to sand. Unknown.
Right. So you don't know where they are? You're drunk? You need me to... You waiting for a bribe right now? What is that?
Free. Don't separate me from my succulent suffering.
Right. That's great and all.
Is it
I
big
wouldn't.
guy.
I wouldn't.
not Henderson?
Colger.
Yeah, I said it's McCulger. I was telling you that there's a difference.
The little man is not here.
I brought Stein back. They're in the grave.
Burn the pyre and set loose a soul. Suffering comes later.
Don't suppose this is some sort of spirit code, Ricky?
Nope. Nope.
No, he was literally just saying that he's going to help funeral. Set the soul free. From
Right.
his body.
Is there anyone here who with a little bit of a more, salient mindset wants to help us see if we can find out where Sheila is? We understand she's one of yours.
Leo.
What? What?
What?
Wrong point.
What are you pointing at me? Wait.
Other council member.
Alright, so, other
Yeah, I'm here.
council member. Right, so, we're it is of vital fucking importance that we find the red lizard. Do you know where she's gone?
I haven't seen her at all today.
She wasn't talking about anything. She wasn't saying she was going to head off anywhere. She wasn't anything like that. I cannot impress upon you how much
Other
danger
places
she's
she
in.
frequents.
I mean, you can go and check, like, the Undercity, maybe. She happens to be there a lot, I guess.
Devils on high. All too familiar with your...
Alright, we'll do that.
Right, I suppose that's the best bet we got. What happens to the other one who was
No
around
need
here?
to waste time.
If she does manage to come back here, the first thing you need to do is get a message to us in the upper city and make sure she is carefully looked after, alright? Don't let her run off again. I know she's a free spirit and all
It's
that,
not them, me.
for her own good.
I need to impress this upon you. If she remains here, there is a big fucking ship with this whole town's name on it. Massive thing. You must have seen it coming out over the desert. It's just gone and picked up 3 of the other wastelanders and it's after her next. Dreadnought class vessel. If you see her, you need her out of here. And you need her in a secure facility, which is what we're trying to offer. It is of vital importance to your own lives and to everybody else's lives that we manage to get in contact with her. I cannot impress that on you strongly enough.
Alright, I think I get it. Alright.
Right, alright, sure. Just
really, really want to get your hands on Sheila.
Correct,
Wherever
aye.
she may be.
Yeah.
it's a different pace of life down
Sure,
here,
keep
clearly.
an eye out.
Right, sure, let's,
Well,
Let's not waste any more time.
got here?
you're right, let's not.
Hey,
I don't
stick
suppose
around.
you've seen a red lizard about the
I'm just a
place.
big rat. No, I just got here.
Right, that's all I needed.
All right, bye, Mr. Pink.
Thanks.
Alright, Horizon, we're gonna go.
Bye, giant turtle with the face of a god.
3.
Bye, Lightbulb. I love you.
Hey, Horizon. Horizon, you got a goblin on you.
Yeah, what's up? Hi.
Do I need to start, like, chanting Dreadnought Cast Vessel again? Let's go.
Do you want to come with? It's up to you if you want to.
Where?
Gotta go find Sheila. Gonna go.
Are we conscripting a goblin right now? Are you being serious with me?
You go. I'll catch up in like literally 2 seconds flat.
Right, of course you can.
I just learned to kind of go with it, Leo.
Right. Well, it's clearly something to do with too much sun on your head.
Wait, what was that?
Don't you mind. Undersea, do you know if she has any friends there?
Yes, her husband.
Right. You know where he lives?
No.
Right.
I haven't come out this exit before.
Yeah, I've been through this area of the city before, but I don't think I've seen this side of it.
Hey, a WOTO guard, what are you doing here?
I was on assignment for Mr. Goldman.
Is that Blood Monet?
Yes, sir. Sergeant Blood.
No shit. Clasp your hand in a cool fashion. Good to see you again,
to see you,
battle
sir.
brother.
It's good to see you too again.
Right. I'm glad we got more men on side.
Now, we have a very important mission. We need to find the red lizard. Have you seen them anywhere
Sheila.
around?
No, sir.
Yeah, Sheila. I'm simplifying it for him, alright? Come on. I know
Aye.
Sheila's name.
He might know him by name. I'm pretty sure he's seen Sheila like once or twice.
I have
So.
seen Sheila.
Oh, right, you went on the whole fire volcano thing.
Yes.
Her and her husband.
Yeah.
Aye.
True. Man, you've gotten more activity than
We got
most
blown away
guys,
with
huh?
all of us. Yeah, but we should probably stop talking and actually get to action here.
Aye, I was about to ask you if you'd seen him on your travels so far, but he's so good. Scrap yard. You sure we've come to the right place? This doesn't look familiar at all.
Oh,
The hell is that?
God, is that you? Oh, hello. Hello, Dawn.
Ew.
Question it.
What are you doing then?
That one's only a good
Yeah,
one.
okay.
What's going on?
Only them.
Right, what's going on?
I'll explain more in detail. However, we are looking for Sheila. Have you seen Sheila? Dawn.
Yeah, actually, I think I did. There was this blackout. See, and so it was kind of hard to tell. But I'm pretty sure I saw them right in the center of town.
Is the blackout still ongoing?
Nice.
That was what, 15 minutes ago?
Right, should have the power back on by now then.
Shit. Well, let's hurry to it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hurry now,
Go
you
on
might
ahead.
be able to-
I'm gonna catch this one up to speed. I'll catch up with you guys.
Alright.
They're a friend of mine.
Blood money, was it? Maybe this is just me drawing some loose connections in my mind, but you said you were on a mission, correct? I don't suppose you were with Manu at all.
Where's the center of town from here?
I connected with him briefly, but my mission was parallel to his, yes.
Aye. Whereabouts were you operating? Down the undersea up here, or somewhere else in the sea?
I was here, not far from where you are now.
Right.
Reconnaissance mission.
I've just had experience with Manu and electronics going wonky before.
You know, sir, he went missing just seconds before the blackout happened.
Huh.
It's not an impossible connection to make.
No, well, not much on it. I suppose the shit down here is wonky all the time, particularly with the amount of drain going on preparing everything in the upper city, but I was just curious. Maybe he's making ground.
Well, I know where he should be, if we want to give the...
Aye. Finding a man we can trust who's been hanging about this area might not be a bad idea.
Do you work here?
Ah, yes. Just having support while the owner's out.
So you're just going to drop it down? Okay, you're dropping
How's she been?
Okay. Sure thing.
As I understand it, she's been okay.
Actually,
I'm just checking in. Seems to be doing well. No problem. You need anything, just let me know.
Manu, I've received intel that you may be operating within the, what is this place? Callous Row region? Call in if you...
Hey, so you
about.
didn't see a certain Sheila around, did you? Red lizard, large, personality.
Due respect, sir. He may be unable to respond due to the nature of his mission.
Aye.
His current time.
Then he may have, shotted his shite out again. Honestly, I'm surprised we even give him a radio.
Engineers were having a look. Didn't seem like they were finding anything though. He just kind of went and then came back. It was a bit weird. The phone still works, so I'm guessing the next.
That Horizon chap's got a crazy ability to disappear.
About 20 minutes ago? He was out for about 10, 15. Well, I'm glad to see it's back.
Grindstone.
Yeah, we'll be around.
I didn't even put together where we were.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, you want anything, Gobbo? Hungry?
Feels quiet about.
Something for my friend here. Alright, whatever they want.
Put it on my card.
Always good to go.
Money, watch Ricky for a second. I think I saw something up ahead.
Go ahead, be my guest.
Yes, sir.
Where's it going?
Have any of you seen a big green orc by chance? No? Okay. Alright, thanks guys.
We'll find out.
The usual.
Talaris are about with some of their spooky boys.
Familiar faces?
Was.
Malice as well, but it works.
Have you guys seen Korgak anywhere by chance?
I can't say we have.
No.
He's a hard man to miss.
Not as of yet.
Last time I saw him, he was in a pile of rubble. And then the other time apart from that was up in the upper city, covered in bullet wounds.
Okay.
Have you guys, wait, you guys were there at the Spirit Canyon, right?
Is that?
Yeah, we were there. We got
Report
the
back.
shit kicked out of us.
Did you report back who was the perpetrator?
Aye, that's the big one.
Told
Yeah,
the
we
Sanini
were-
vessel
we
that
were
came
told-
by, but
We were told it was some dude named Thaddeus.
Ooh, it's a big boy.
Greetings,
have
WOTO.
you shared
Lord
that
Croak.
information with the other executives?
I'm glad
It's
to
pretty
see you
important.
about.
With Mars Executive? Yeah.
It is a pleasure.
All right, well, we're going to be up in a
If
a little
only
bit
we
later
were in a
today.
more
for a proper
cleanly-
debrief because we have more information on the
I
subject.
share the sentiment.
Good.
No.
Okay. Raz will be there all
If I
day.
may
so-
take you to a side for 1 second.
We're going to try and find
Always
Korgak.
in one spot.
All right.
We're on the lookout
Look,
for
Rick.
a
Thanks.
Sheila, red, lizard-like individual. I don't suppose you've seen her about the place.
Oh yes, she tried to rob me of a weapon. Are we killing her?
I believe she is next on the
definitely not.
target list for
Definitely
your
not.
prey in the wasteland. It is our hope that we can remove her to a secure facility where we may be able to be more prepared next time. We believe our target on the unmarked vessel has a special interest in this individual.
Yes, dreaded dreadnought. I will keep an eye out for the lizard.
Aye, well, radio in if you get anything.
Are we to transfer to WOTO's care once we've caught it?
Honestly, I don't think at this stage we're too fussy on the matter as long as we get her somewhere safe. Just know that wherever she is stored is probably likely to be a place of particular interest to a certain sovereign individual.
Were you so needy?
If you could just pay on the,
I'll see to it then.
Maybe not on the Sinidi front, but yeah. No sin. Sir, do you have any particular concerns with where exactly it is she's stored? Mars HQ seems as good a place as any.
I suppose Mars is alright. I would say Callous is the best bet.
Aye, you're right, actually. That's a good thought.
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
By the way, we're down here dealing with a mannequin situation where they're attacking people, and apparently an address one of them came from goes to an old WOTO factory that's no longer a factory. It's
Jeremiah, is that you?
Of course it is.
Yes, it's me.
Alright, sorry, I didn't recognize the armor and mask. Apologies for not paying attention then. I thought you were one of Croak's guards. Stand still for 5 seconds. Right.
For some reason, there's been a bunch of random fucking rumors going around about WOTO shit at the last possible hour before the world ends. So, frankly, I wouldn't take it too seriously unless you see a mannequin coming at you trying to kill you, alright?
No, I was actually just telling you that so we don't get in trouble for into one of your old factories.
Look, at this point, I think we got bigger fish to fry. So, do what you gotta do. But important point being, if you see Sheila, make sure she's alright and inform us as quickly as possible.
Jeremiah, I wouldn't mind being forwarded headcam footage of the mission if you don't mind. I suppose that's a fair trade for entry into our premises.
Sure, I can do that.
Aye. Thanks.
Good thinking.
Right, well...
Where'd your dragon friend go? I saw him pop in for a second, then he ran off.
He is in the row checking on one of our people who have been shot by said mannequin.
Interesting. Well, if you do see him, I'd like to talk to him. And something relevant to spirits have come up.
Very relevant. So I'm ready to leave.
In fact,
I'm head of security.
Okay. I don't know how much longer you're gonna be here dealing with bullshit, but afterwards we should have a all hands on deck meeting in the upper city. All right.
Can I ask you of the priority of your current mission, as this may be something you may both be briefed on. Now you've connected
seeing
with...
how the mannequins invaded the upper city and attacked us there...
What?
Very priority.
What?
Although... Yes, they attacked us yesterday.
It's been pinned on us, is
They're
it?
up there too? I thought they were just around here. I remember seeing
Sinidi pinned us up.
How
How did a load of mannequins get up to the upper city? Did they walk on themselves? What happened?
Hey.
Hi.
Were you looking for the mannequins?
Yes, I'm here to deal with that issue.
I found a dead one. I'll see
You
it.
found a dead one.
Yeah.
Aren't all mannequins dead? Isn't that the
Where
point?
was it?
They're never alive to begin with.
Come here.
They were never alive to begin with.
I was hearing some rumors like some people saw mannequins like walking like you and me. I don't know.
Thank you for your input, Fred.
Mannequins.
Maybe
Coming from an old WOTO factory.
It's been like that for 2 days now, the whole mannequin stuff. I was coming down to see what the hell's going on with all the shooting. It's just more mannequins or something.
Sir, if someone's trying to pin something on us and invading the upper city from a WOTO factory, that's something that we're gonna need to...
Yeah, I heard a fucking thing about a killer burrito yesterday.
Right.
Come on.
So...
You didn't see anything about that, Fred? Is that real?
Is there a chance that Thaddeus is operating out of our factory?
From, well, some guy, I think he's from Upper City. He's got the white shirt, black tie, like flat black brown hair. I don't think I
Like
forgot
the
his
intern
name,
kid.
but he said something. Yeah, that dude. He said something about like some sort of possessed WOTO spirit. I'm pretty sure he was just talking about the dude with the WOTO hat, the big cube hat.
Woti.
Guess he confused him.
Woti.
Maybe he just confused Woti for some
That
shit,
one.
or
Right there. He ran away.
So, people see Woti walking around, think he's a mannequin, and now all mannequins that are attacking everything everywhere belong to WOTO and are some sort of scheme and coordinated attack.
I don't know if it's like all mannequins. Maybe it was just like a one-off thing with him talking about the WOTO spirit cube thing.
Right.
As for the mannequins,
Fred, I got a mission for you.
I don't know, but
walk up there. Why don't you walk up, see if you can get in touch with him, and if so, you can bring him down. We can talk and get this whole thing straightened out. How about that?
Yeah. One thing to note, though, a couple days ago, he was actually shot, apparently by one of the mannequins. But he did get shot, but by who? People were saying the mannequins, so I'm not sure. Kind of saw him get shot, though, so I'll go see what I
We're
can
not a
talk to him
mannequin, so he's got nothing to worry about.
Alright, so Talaris have raided one of our fucking factories. Presumably they believe it's spirit-based.
Apparently.
I don't suppose you know why there would be a load of spirit people inside of one of our factories, Ricky, man who's had dealings with the spirit folk?
Oh, frankly, that has never once come up on my radar.
Huh, right.
Hey there.
Alright, Mr. Diplorat, I'll see you later. Mr. Leonard?
Hey. Jeremiah. If there's a chance that Thaddeus is operating out of WOTO's old factory and, well, I'm just saying, if things are moving about and attacking everything and hacking all sorts, we know he's used stuff like that in the past, well, we suspect he has. You gotta make sure that stuff goes outside the Talaris, alright? We'll be willing to pledge our support when we can.
Alright, can do.
It
And likewise, if you need anything, you let me know.
Aye, will do.
Hold on,
Aren't the mannequins associated with Mars, though? I feel like I always see them in the Mars arenas.
Anyone who does stuff with clothing.
What?
They probably just retrofitted some of our old printers and shit like that to print them out. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck, I guess, with whatever the fuck that
Yeah,
is.
good luck with the mannequins. Just, if you find anything that's big serious...
Sorry, I've got comms on my ear.
Right, no worries. We'll leave you to it.
We've got all
Let's do one
sorts of
once
issues
around,
going
and
on,
maybe
just
we'll...
hopefully they start going away.
Yeah, I feel you.
They're gonna hit us with a fat bill, you know, for clearing out our factory. You've got to have to connect with Damien to make sure they don't try and pin anything on us.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Damien tried to pull a fast one like that.
Yeah. One of his employees, though, beneath the radar. What about you, errant goblin? I don't suppose you've seen any lizards about the place in your travels? Alright, well, I suppose the search continues. That was the guy who was... That was the guy...
That was a big hunger.
Thought it was.
That's a big hunku.
Aye.
We checked the brothel
When I
first.
was there. Over the tea house adjacent is where some operations were taking place.
Operations on the tea house.
Sirs, I couldn't find the intern guy, by the way.
Define operations. Is this area likely to be hostile to us?
Yes, if I find him, I'll talk to him.
No, sir. I'll share more
number
when
one.
it's
Sheila.
more
the big
private
red lizard.
locale.
Understood.
I don't know. Intern guy.
Just make
I
sure.
need to connect with Goldman. I don't know how much we're supposed to be keeping beneath the radar at this point.
It's protection number one and making sure she is...
Not sure where cop collaboration ends and
WOTO, if possible.
the like.
Stays.
Okay.
Just keep her under your sight. Message to us that you found her, basically.
Okay.
We'll come and retrieve her.
Are you guys on a radio or like
10.
Yeah. It's money. That's the radio number.
Okay, got it.
Alright.
I'll get back to work now.
Right, I suppose we best
Check
keep
the brothel
asking
right quick,
around.
and then or the tea house.
Aye.
Yeah.
Perhaps you drink after work.
Sure. Oh, they're open.
It's the only idea.
Aye.
Oh, hey.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't suppose you've seen a large red lizard by the name of Sheila about the place.
No.
Right.
Can't say that I have.
Oh, he was
Well,
in the arena.
it might be worth knowing that wherever she is, there's a lot of interested eyes. One sovereign. The arena, you say?
The arena.
The arena. Alright, I'll give it a look, thanks. Fucking hell, Ricky. Ricky, I've just been tipped off on the arena. We should head over there.
Shots fired. That sounds close to the tea house.
It sounds close to the arena to me. Aye.
You're saying that they found her over there?
I'm saying that there was a sighting not too long ago.
Okay.
What's the fastest way there, Money? I don't know if you've been there through here recently.
I don't spend much time down here, but
Aye.
Goblin might know.
could be back the way we came.
Where the hell is it? May as well get her. Hey, there's a way up through here, Ricky. Ricky!
Alright.
This way, come on.
Oh god, they scared me.
You should see how some people look at our Q-bats.
Hey, you know, that's a good point.
Well, there's a sign that says arena, and I've got no reason not to trust it. Definitely in the direction the shots, though.
I mean, it is an arena.
Yeah, that's right. Arena. Let's have a look.
I'll just keep walking to the incinerator and you can do whatever.
Huh.
What's up?
Thank you so much for
Aye.
your help. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Pardon?
Friend, is it? Don't know how many other
Yeah,
members of
that's me.
Talaris have got the feet.
Oh, we've had quite a couple of people in Talaris down here right now.
We ran into them. I understand you got
investigate,
problems
yeah.
with mannequins, etc. We're on the lookout for a large red lizard of the name of Sheila. I don't know if you've seen her about.
Oh, not back there. Last I saw, Serpulka was headed to the wasteland. Someone said that she was down in the wasteland, running away crying from the hot springs.
That was today?
Yes.
How long ago, roughly, if you don't mind?
Drow came and said
Stories
that.
of this.
Maybe like 10 minutes at the most. Like, it was just like a couple moments ago. I came around and then stopped here, so he just left
Alright, thank
me
you for the
to
information.
go to her.
Well, with any luck, they took the message
Yeah,
and
so
sent
that's
her
been a
back
while.
up to the upper sea, but yeah, it looks like it. Where to then?
With the mannequin situation, or can we go?
Nothing. We're just exploring. I don't know if they informed you.
Exploring.
But we found a sticker that traced back to one of your guys' old warehouses. We don't suspect that it's you guys, but we suspect someone's messing with your warehouse or your old one.
Yeah,
that
you
is.
know, it wouldn't be the first time. So, yeah, just keep us abreast. Obviously, it's not really,
Pressing at the
kind of
moment.
pales in comparison
It's
to the greater
complicated, we
existential threat,
understand.
but, yeah, you know how it is. Alright, let
Listen,
us know how we can be
friend, I don't suppose you have any idea who this is connected to. There's a number of magically inclined individuals who are about the place.
Not sure entirely. I was curious. Have you guys seen Cleo?
We have
She had
not.
connection with the puppets themselves as their quote boyfriend, but I was curious if there was perhaps another
that's
person that
spicy
she had
news.
spoken to. Not.
Hey, well, there it is.
Cleo's got a boyfriend, huh? Is it not Manu? Don't
It's the
tell me it's not
mannequin.
Manu.
No, the
dating
mannequin's
a
her
mannequin?
boyfriend apparently. I don't know if it was just a joke, but that's what when the first time I saw the mannequins before they started moving, she said that was her boyfriend was carrying one around.
Beat out by an inanimate object.
gonna be
That is
heartbroken.
fucking tragic. Jesus Christ.
By a mannequin.
Well, the thing is, I'm curious if there's someone behind the mannequins that she knows, and these are just somewhat of a conduit for their relationship. Either that or it's
Their
just a fun
relationship.
joke.
So you think that this
Like a
Cleo
body
might be
double.
having
She might
a
be with the guy
relationship
that's
with the
behind
guy
it,
who's
but-
using the...
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, wow. Crazy stuff. Alright, yeah, we'll get to the bottom of that, I'm sure. Hey, let's go find the rest of them and go find Sheila.
Alright, let's do that. Best of luck with it.
Of course.
I am
Sure.
definitely gonna take the piss out of him for that.
Information on the arrival is a powerful weapon.
Well, but
Is this that tea house you mentioned?
Pending our survival.
Why have we been doing ops in there? Why have we been doing ops in there?
Hello.
Of course,
I
they
can't
assume
sound
it's
interested.
magic. Excuse me.
This ramp never gets any less steep, Jesus.
To make sure your legs are strong or something.
Yeah, that it does. Surprised I haven't seen anyone fall down it yet. What's the call, Ricky? Do you reckon she's gonna head back up to the upper seat of her own accord, or do we actually need to go collect her from the wasteland?
I mean, she's most comfortable in the wasteland. I figure we should go down there.
Yeah, and quote unquote, she doesn't like being told what to do.
Right, and also, I'm assuming that she's upset because she heard the news about the spirit talkers, so...
Aye, that would make
It's
sense.
very important to get to her quickly.
Right, I don't suppose you remember the way net back to the lift. Was it that way?
Yeah, I think I do. Now, I just need to figure out if we're taking Horizon and the Gabo, or if they're going back on their own.
I don't see a reason to keep him around if we don't need to. I don't remember coming past the bank, I'm gonna be honest. Did we come out right in front of the grindstone?
Secret locations within the scrapyard.
Hey.
No? And I highly suggest talking to Doggy. If you don't talk to Doggy, then you might have some gang war going on.
We got a tip off of where she might be.
You know, that's still scary.
Who?
Sheila.
Say it again?
My fucking god.
I found out where she is.
Alright, well then let's get there post-haste.
Yeah, she's in the Undercity.
Apparently she just left the Undersea.
Now, she just left the Undercity.
Where's it to be finding him?
Can we just put a tracker in her next time?
Yeah.
No, it's a bad idea. She'll be very angry.
I don't care at this point.
She's at the scrapyard that she's this way.
Alright, how about you go
I'm putting a tracker in her.
scrapyard, and then, you know...
Why are they going to the scrapyard as well?
We're going to the scrapyard too, so...
If you find her, bring her to the upper city. If we find her, we'll also bring her to the upper city. Deal?
We should find
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah, make sure I get some actual, permission to go up and down.
Alright.
But I
Don't
don't have
do
to
it.
sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah, give me a freaking chip or whatever. I'll give you like a 30-minute pass or whatever.
I'm still not 100% on why we trust this guy, but sure.
Magic.
My place to question.
30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, well. We'll see about that.
I'm not gonna... If I die, you'll find my body somewhere.
Alright, let's get to it.
Stupid radio.
Okay, right, so once again, you reckon it's this way, is it? We're going back to the wasteland.
I got a good feeling it's this way.
Imagined we'll get some more poetry.
Sirs, I won't be joining you in the wasteland.
Why's that?
I'll be returning to the barracks in the upper city.
Presumably it's got to report back.
Feeling traumatized.
I have to report back.
That makes sense. Alright, tell Mr. G we're on our way back as soon as possible and to, prepare some security detail for Sheila and that it's the utmost importance, alright?
Aye, if you can connect with Goldman and see if we can arrange some sort of, lockdown for her with Solaris, that'd be a great move on his part.
Yeah.
Are they in grave peril?
Yes.
It's more about how much we're in peril, if we're honest. It's a matter of, just about the same importance as every fucking else we deal with.
Yep. World-ending threat.
If I may, we could send an HDR team.
Well, we need to find her first, and also, I don't want to freak her out with a bunch of armed guards showing up.
Truth be told, I prefer her getting a load of armed guards that got her protected sooner. But you reckon she's gonna cause a problem?
Knowing her, it's easier to talk to her personably and then convince her of the need for armed guards than the other way around.
Very well.
Right.
We'll await your arrival in the upper city.
Alright.
Must be
We'll
quite
get as fast as possible.
Must be quite the lady, this Sheila woman, if we're being so considerate of her feelings at a time like this. Is she important to you, or
not in that way, no. She's a very emotional kind of Oh boy. It sounds close and not looking to read.
Yeah, so let's
moving.
go to the back alley, sir. Might be a good idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people with a lot of
definitely
armor
not
walking around. That you're right, it's not. Hey, the goblin's back. Hey,
No, Sheila.
no Sheila, right?
You know what she is? We think she's in Scrapyard.
Do you know the way back to
No.
Scraptown from here? The elevator.
Oh, Scraptown?
Aye, yeah, Scraptown. Let's go.
Can you lead us back?
Where? Horizon.
To the
Horizons.
Undercity. He's gonna check there. We're checking Scraptown, and then we're meeting back up.
Okay.
Curious creature.
Oh boy, they're cooking. All right.
That looks like something. That's a smell.
I like it. It's homey.
Now, we'll see if we can get you a caravan, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Man, you Talaris lads really are everywhere, huh? You been teleporting or something?
Alright, I'm gonna check something real quick.
Swear, every time I go down out of the upper city, Talaris are just everywhere.
It's almost like they have more than 3 people working for them.
Must be nice. Or maybe you can recruit this Sheila person. Might be a chance for getting some more of them on side as opposed to frequently.
Really one for working for a corporation. Free spirit, but you know, I'm always one that believes in partnership, so maybe.
Aye, I'll take all the help I can get at this point. Back on this rattly motherfucker. Oh.
Back to the scraps.
God damn it. I was hoping it'd be a little bit. So is it you and Manu get up to? Running about, getting the calories off on a fucking goose chase?
Yep. Not nearly as you know, suspicious and majestic as maybe it seems back at the upper city.
Maybe that's a good thing. Right.
And we're back.
Here we are again. Do you know, I don't understand why Manu gets so worked up about meetings, you know? I quite like it by comparison.
Yeah, Manu's
Air-conditioned office, seats, food.
when you put it that way, it is, you know, there are definitely some things taken for granted. Corporate boardroom days.
Aye.
But I don't know. If I don't get down here at some point, then I kind of get cranky.
Well, glad this has been a de-stress for you, sir.
That is not what I would say, but, you know.
Aye.
Well, here we are.
Again.
Scrap town, as always.
Aye, that's it. It's brimming to the nine, so we let...
Where do people usually hang out, Gobbo?
Food.
Food, okay.
I don't suppose you know where Sheila's digs are, do you? Or,
I actually do know roughly where she'd be, but that's only if she's at her house.
I mean,
really is.
it's a good place to check, isn't it, if you say so.
No one here.
No one, right.
Where? Where?
Attention shoppers. Right now, DM radio isn't working, so if you need to get a hold of me, just poke me in Discord. Thank you.
Her house, or at least where she stays.
Right. Didn't expect to come back by here anytime soon.
No, Sheila.
Oh, Sheila.
Alright, and you sure we can't
Oh,
sell her on an
boy.
office or something? You know, like get her an apartment or...
You know, well, actually, technically, didn't she win that talent contest? Were you there for that?
I was too busy watching the cameras and making sure nothing popped off. I wasn't really paying attention to people prancing about on
Well,
stage.
technically, she won, and she won an apartment in the upper city, so, you know.
Right, so she doesn't even live here.
I mean, I don't think she actually lives there either, but...
Right, right.
Hard to find out.
Well, it's a humble abode. There is that. I swear to God, if we have to go back into that fucking desert.
Yeah, no. I'm good for today.
Aye. I got excited there. I thought I almost saw someone else. Do we stink or something? Everybody's staying indoors. Hey, there's someone.
Yeah, this is, Don't tell me that's another mannequin.
No, it's a coat.
Oh, it's a coat, yeah.
Right, it's time for the start yelling tactic. Or not.
Sheila's been here,
She has.
as you could tell.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that it mended.
She heals
Where's
though?
she gone?
Yeah. In all fairness, I have no idea. She kind of just got up. We opened up the door and she walked away. One of your guys was down here though.
Which guy?
Looking for someone.
Howdy.
Black. He always hung out with you whenever I saw you.
Manu.
That's his name.
Ripped.
Him.
Got a little knife. Purple eyes.
Yes, him.
Alright. And when did you last see him?
He was talking to Sheila.
Oh, did she leave
Yeah.
with him?
No, I don't believe so.
My feelings
They might have
exactly.
gone back up to the they might have gone back up to the upper city. Sorry.
Begins shortly. All who wish to watch, pay your ticket fees now.
Okay. When she left, did you see roughly what direction she went in? Was it out to
She
the
went
waist?
that way. Towards the waist. She might have gone up to the upper city dome.
Alright, thank you for your help. I do appreciate it.
Did I hear towards the waists?
Emotions were high at that moment.
Did I hear that she walked towards the waists? Did I hear that right?
Well, from my perspective, she finished my conversation and she kind of like left towards the waist, and I think she may have gone up to the other city though.
Based on... Why would she be going to the upper city if she was walking towards the waists? What's that based on?
I don't know. One of your dudes was down here, so I just assume.
Right. So we don't know. Thank you for your time.
No, probably not.
You, poet of the wastes.
Once again.
I don't suppose you have seen a red lizard about your height.
Know that we're
The sunburnt
doing
shaman
our
made
best,
their
okay?
first
And we're on the
blood.
we're on the same side.
The first one is always the cruelest.
As multiple people have told me.
So she killed someone.
Didn't even
Emotions are gonna be
didn't
high.
even
I'm
accept
sorry.
my offer to buy her
You need
first
my help,
round
just
at
let
the
me know.
bar.
I don't really accept.
So she's been down here and killed someone, is that what you're saying?
I can understand that.
None have died in my town.
Then what the fuck does first do you know what, don't worry about it.
Operation find Sheila as soon as possible. Let you know
Her
what
kills
you
her
say.
own, not here.
Please don't.
Law-abiding citizen.
Right.
Can we help you, Mr. Mayor?
Sorry, I was,
An arena fight about to begin. If you'd like to
You doing alright? Do you need anything?
You know, in a different timeline, I would love to watch.
Aye.
Currently, we're trying to prevent the end of the world, so we may have to miss this one.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do something.
Is it just me, or does it look like he shot himself?
The fall tomorrow.
You see the brown? Do you know what?
Wouldn't be
Forget I
surprised if he
asked.
Okay.
Do you know who made those paintings?
Alright.
So we've got no
Might
idea
go to the
where she
episode
is.
then.
Last call
Did you
for
make them?
tickets.
Bye.
Would
Gonna
it be
fight himself?
possible
I
if-
feel like I don't see anyone else.
Do you know what? At this rate, I think we'd be better off being at the upper city where we can get an announcement of the next time the Dreadnought class vessel turns up than going on a goose chase around a city with 6 million people in it. Something like that.
What other look like?
Alright. Well, let's scram back to the upper city, I guess, and we'll continue the search there.
Aye.
At least until
I
we
could
can
get
confirm she's
TB
not
to
there.
try and get a photo of him.
Thank
I
you for your help,
suppose.
Gobbo. I'll send you a package of fries at some point. And we'll see you again soon, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
Aye.
Safe travels.
Thank you. If I was in a conspiratorial frame of mind, and I was to think that there is a chance...
You always are, Leo. Don't pretend like you're not.
Alright, fine. So, we're out in the wastes, right? We're in there. Last people we see are Sinidi. We come out, the car is destroyed. Same time, there's an attack in the upper city. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Oh, half hour is what we don't have.
Oh boy.
Hello, sir.
What's the goon squad doing here?
Looks like they're on Atlantis mission.
Captain Donald Atlantis military. These are from the Actual Engineering Corps. Here's that. And if you look out, you see
the radio tower.
in front of the tower. That's what we're here for. You know if any of the leadership's here? Yeah, Sean or...
Aye, the big man
Well,
was,
one of the bands is here, but not really. He's a little preoccupied. The others I've seen around town briefly.
Arena, aye.
Yeah, Arena. You can start there.
Don't
No,
expect to get much
owns the
sense
radio
out of him.
tower. He's currently in the Undercity, if you're looking to find him, and we may be finding him in the Undercity soon. So.
We just need to speak with somebody in leadership before I can get to work up there. But if you're saying Henderson's over there, then I guess that's where we're going. So don't let me keep you.
Right.
Yeah, good luck talking to him.
Have a good day, sir.
And that's Mr.
boys.
Reynolds knowing where I am then. Still getting used to
They
calling
always hire
Ian
people
that.
the same height, you know? It's just like, it's iconic.
Aye, yeah, must be some sort of strict recruitment policy or something like that. Very good of Atlantis to offer to repair a wasteland radio tower. I wonder what they're getting out of it.
Was that Atlantis or Astral?
That was them on contract with Atlantis. You can tell by the colour of their visors.
Well, it makes sense Atlantis would want to fix it. It is a communication tower in the wasteland. And the more they own of it, the more they own of the waves down here.
Aye, that's true. I'm sure Horizon will be pleased to know that his little pirate radio station is now corporate owned.
Oh boy, you're right about that. Yeah, we can talk about your conspiracy theories on the way up, okay?
I just think I just need to get in the boardroom with Sinidi. That's all. Right, left it is. Right.
Oh boy, how long has it been?
It really doesn't feel like a couple of hours, does it? Even so,
What are you saying?
I was saying that perhaps there's something to be made of the fact that, well, Sinidi seemed to have a lot of stuff going on in the wasteland. Sinidi were there just before that vehicle was scrapped. And at the same time, there's been an attack on the upper city, which, if Jeremiah is to be believed, he's been pinned on WOTO. So, it's loose threads, but if there was a conspiracy to be had, there is a... Well, let's just say I wouldn't be necessarily surprised.
You know what got to me was the fact that Horizon was pretty adamant that his radio did not contact any other ship and had only just gone into outer space.
Right.
I don't know how he has that specific information, but
No,
judging by what happened
the
to his
tower
radio,
was
I feel like
destroyed.
he has no reason to lie about that.
It seems odd.
Which means someone's lying. Or misinformed. Or both.
How did he know about the Spirit Valley? I mean, he wasn't there when we were going out, was he?
No, he wasn't. I mean, he did know about the Dreadnought class vessel. Could have been that he was following in the direction. Or he mentioned he was going out to the Golden Lands to see if he could find some scrap.
Aye, well, the thing that sticks in my mind was the fact that he said he was there to collect the body. But the Orc lady, she was like, oh, my friend's dead and out there and everything. She didn't give me the impression that she knew we just brought him back in the car. Surely if she sent him on that mission and, well, she'd asked him to do it, then, she'd have made something of the car.
She maybe asked him to go and get the body, not knowing we were in the process of trying to bring it back.
No. It was, she didn't react to the fact that the corpse was in the car, that was all. It seemed like it was something she wasn't aware of. She just sat there and stared at the, what remains of the TV. Right, so, this is a delicate situation. Goldman's in a good spot right now for a presidency position he'd very much like to take up. We've been absent. Simon's simoning. Who's that?
Yeah. The way I see it, as long as we're not doing anything that would jeopardize his bid, he's got no reason to be upset or concerned.
Well, that's the thing, I know. I'm just worried that he's going to turn around and say that, hey, given that he's so close to the mark, we need to focus ourselves on protecting him and the company in this final stretch rather than, you know, helping out the planet. We're not a military comp after all.
I guess the way I see it, if this planet is doomed, it's not going to necessarily be very good for his chances of becoming the president.
Hey, but he's on the beaten pulse.
By saving the planet, we're saving him.
He's talking to a lot of different heads of business. He's going to constant meetings. Odds are he knows that there are other people working on this. I'm just saying, if we don't spin the Stadius thing in a way that's going to make him a shitload of cash and secure him the presidency even faster, well, he might call us off the case, so to speak.
It's understandable.
Whenever I go and speak to Goldman, I always have one thing on the mind. How is it going to make him money? I don't know the answer this time. In fact, if I was Goldman right now, I'd be worried that a sovereign, with the amount of money he has, pulls out his backing, fiddles with his stocks a bit, and jeopardizes his presidential run.
I think that's the way you spin it then. Thaddeus is a threat, an unchecked threat that he has no way of controlling.
That's a good one. We'll go with that. If you don't mind, I just need to grab a cube. I'm famished. Usual. Thanks. Sorry. Running about all over the place has got
Was
me.
the body not enough in the waist?
So you did see that. I've been to and fro on how much you know about that.
Well, Try me.
Back on Orbon 7, I pissed some people off. It was a farm world, compliance was going down. People were rioting. I was lowering the guard back then. I was tasked with keeping people suppressed, making sure people knew who was in charge. This was just after the war, you understand. It was a time where there was a lot more resistance than there is now. People got killed, a lot. As part of being a member of WOTO, you were expected to eat on this little platform. It was outside the main compound. They set them up in the middle of town so they know who's in charge. They expected you to go and eat out there. Show them that if you ate, well, if you complied, if you did what you were told, if you worked hard in the factory, you got to eat. We'd be asked to go out there, sit there and, well, stuff our guts in front of the masses coming through. The family at the time, and, well, so did someone in the crowd. I, got caught siphoning off supplies to, a couple of blokes down there. Their stories got to me. And as a result of that, I was asked to prove where my allegiances lie. It's why I'm eager to be a bit softer on Simon, if there is something going on in his head. Well, they had a chemical they were working on. The idea was that if you got people hooked on your food and you could only buy it from WOTO, people would have no choice but to settle down. Well, they found the family that I had been feeding, and well, they sorted them out pretty snappish. They put a bullet in the man's head. Don't know what happened to the rest of his family. And I became a test subject for this chemical. They served them to me. They said that I had to they had to prove that I knew I was higher up in the food chain than this rabble. Well, I didn't know what they had in there, but since then, if I go too long without dining, it gets nasty. This thing here is not your average cube. It comes from the prisons. People who die in there get shipped into mints. It's prepared. Just a little tool to keep me in line. So,
prepackaged and provided a link to you.
That's right. So that's what this is.
That's kind of fucked.
Hey, I have my own feelings on it.
I appreciate you sharing that with me. You asked how much I knew. The answer was absolutely nothing. It was kind of a shot in the dark, but I appreciate you filling in the blank.
Hey, it's not something that I like talking about. My old boss used to make a habit of reminding me loudly in front of my peers. It's not something I'm loud about. So,
well, I am quite loud and often tease my peers, but I know when to be discreet. And I'll keep this between us.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
You got it. All right.
Jack.
Let's go meet our maker.
Aye, yeah. I guess we should. After you.
Inspector is Mr. G and Omanu.
That is correct. He's in his office. I
Right.
believe he's waiting on you.
Thanks.
We were told to expect a VIP.
Aye, hopefully soon.
Hey. Yeah, when was you last seen Manu?
I have not seen Manu today.
Can't fucking eat it in front of him now.
He went to the road last I checked.
The series continues. Alright, well, the VIP is coming shortly, hopefully. Good.
Right. See, all this time, I figured you knew.
I know a lot of things about a lot of people. But
I don't know if you remember, but one of the first days I was consigned to this planet, you were in the lab picking apart a shitload of meat in the corner. I thought that you might have had something to do with that.
it does make sense in retrospect.
Right.
Alright.
We can try him on the radio line, I guess. Sorry, just tuning in.
We explained what we found out about the Dreadnought class vessel.
Aye.
We explained what happened with Thaddeus and the Spirit Talkers.
Aye.
We explained the importance of getting Sheila back. And then we bring up the Saniti issue.
Aye. So,
Anything else I'm missing?
Volcano. Odds are he's going to try and get in there to take the fire spirit. Now, thankfully, as far as we're concerned, that thing's easy. That shit's got crystals in it, crystals that Mars needs to make super weapons. That's a way we can spin it as a profit for Goldman. So I suppose we got three priorities right now that we're trying to pitch. Thaddeus is a risk to his stocks. The volcano we want to get to first because it makes us a shitload of money. And Sheila allows us to control the fucking Thaddeus situation.
True, yes.
Sound about right?
Yep.
He's got a way of picking these things apart if you're not 100% on it.
I can work him.
Not sure you can.
Knock knock. It's Reggie time.
Oh, hey there. How you doing?
He's in.
Doing just fine, Mr. G. Just
Come on
dealing
in,
with
come on in.
existential world-ending threats. How about you?
Mr. Goldman.
Oh, I've been dealing with some of the same. Which ones do you have?
What a coinkydink. Well, we can brief you whenever you're ready.
Sure. Let's go to the boardroom.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me, have you seen Manu today?
Oh, yes, I did. He was on his way to the road.
This last time you saw him.
He didn't know. Here I was thinking he was taking apart the cubes. See if he can figure out those chemicals. Right. Just taking in the air conditioning. Miss the small things. Aye, sir. Ricky, do you want to lead the debriefing, or shall I take the floor?
Yeah, let's get to it. All right. Well, first things first. On the day you were not currently available, we had a series of meetings in which we discussed what to do about the alien threat, all the different actions the corporations are doing to prepare for it, and what to do about the Golden Lance. During that meeting, we agreed not... You were there for that one? Okay.
Yes.
Well, then you remembered that we agreed not to glass the Golden Lance until later in the day, after things get scrapped, yada yada yada. About 30 minutes later, bada boom, laser comes down from the sky. Saniti glasses the golden lance. Everyone goes, what the hell happened there? We all go to Saniti. They say the alien hacked their own orbital cannon and glassed the golden lance itself without their say-so.
Aye.
Which
Well,
of
hold
course...
on. Wait. That doesn't make any sense.
You're telling me.
On account of the Golden Lance being our target, a military target, why would our enemy self-target? You see what I'm saying?
There is a belief, sir,
assumption was
that the GU has been compromised by way of a satellite which the alien has come into contact with. That, and given its own hacking of various facilities, has been demonstrated both at Sanidi, at Atlantis, and at various other locations around the place. We were informed by Nirvana xenobiologists that the GU had been compromised. Ergo, sir, we believed that this thing was in the meeting we had on how to deal with the vessel, and knew that we were looking to deconstruct what remains of the Golden Lance to use as parts for our bomb. It was then our belief that the
I see.
hive mind may have sacrificed a part of itself to prevent that coming to fruition.
Okay. Now I think I'm putting the picture together. Got it.
So, it was then assumed that the alien had used the radio in the wasteland to get this message out and hack the Saniti, orbital ship. Earlier today, we talked with the individual that runs that radio, who told us that such a thing didn't happen, and that this radio signal actually went to deep space, not to the Saniti ship. So, we have conflicting arguments there. That's
Okay.
development number one, which we can get back to.
Right.
Since then, immediately afterwards, we received an alert that a Dreadnought-class vessel arrived in the wasteland without any sort of affiliation to any of the corporations.
Aye.
We immediately went back to Saniti and said, what is this? Is this one of yours? Is this, what could this be? Saniti says it's probably the alien. They're probably here a day early, or that they got the signal out when they glassed the Golden Lance, and we should prepare accordingly.
For context, sir, we had been surprised earlier that day to hear that Quixote had told us of a splinter fraction of the hive mind had accelerated to be not 4 days away but 24 hours. As such, we had grounds to believe that this degree of acceleration was in fact possible. That, and the same Nirvana xenobiologist informed us that it was in fact a Union vessel, if memory serves, which would coincide with every other xeno vessel that we have seen thus far, both on the Retribution and indeed the Golden Lance.
Which implies that, again, the Union is compromised. Any discussion that we have within its vicinity is considered compromised information that the alien hive mind may know, and therefore use against us.
But then why did Korgat come to me today and tell me that Operation Frozen Sword was proceeding as planned?
Because even despite the idea at the time that maybe this information was compromised, we still decided it was the best plan we had, and otherwise we would have literally had to scrap all plans and just accept our own deaths.
Aye, sir. You will probably be aware that we were taking a lot of information from other corps on good faith. Because we were ourselves aware of this, we headed down to the wastelands to verify with our own eyes the truth of the matter, to see if we can get to the grounds of it. And, let's just say that what we found when we were down there didn't quite add up with what various corps had led us to believe. Ricky, you know better about this better than I do.
It seems. And we saw it with our own eyes, so we can confirm.
That we do not.
When we got to the wasteland, I saw with my own eyes this Dreadnought-class vessel. It left a location in the wasteland called the Spirit Canyon, which is where many of the spirits reside, in a very important place for the spirit talkers and those that are spiritually inclined. I myself have visited there in my time.
Okay. All right.
So.
A lot of Hoodoo Valley.
Exactly. Well, I arrived there to see it was shot to shit. Leo, there with me.
Aye.
You see, there's potholes everywhere. There's blood, a blown-up car. It seems that this vessel specifically went to this valley and opened fire on whatever they could find. When we went further in, we saw bodies. We saw, like, armaments, a bunch of stuff strewn about.
Could you
There was a battle
identify
there.
the bodies?
Yes. They were scrap towners that were amongst the spiritually inclined. It seems that they went through the spiritual valley to either defend it or, you know, for whatever reason of their own.
Ricky,
They confirmed to me they saw.
if I may interject, sir, I understand, I really do, that hearing all this stuff about hoodoo valleys as you describe them is difficult to quantify in your mind. However, this is something that someone with access to a dreadnought-class vessel and, by the looks of it, no small armament, thought was worth risking himself to go for. Clearly there is something there of significant profit, even if the spirits themselves are not to be believed. That is a lot of resources to put on the line. Sorry, Ricky.
And so when you were down there, you found what besides
We
the
found
bodies?
survivors. We helped them get to safety, and they told us exactly what happened, which was
Thaddeus.
it was his vessel.
We have reason to believe that Thaddeus has been making major moves to profiteer off the spirits on this planet. And that has put the balance, as it were, in something of a state of dire peril.
Not just making profit off of, but specifically consuming, destroying. Such a thing is counter to everything that every lay of the city believes in. Everywhere from Talaris all the way down to the wasteland in Undercity. Basically, he has been going against the very nature of this land and taking it for his own personal gain.
From what I've gathered from communication with spirit talkers,
But foolish. He's made too many enemies.
Aye. If I may, sir, everything I have had from my own investigations, independent of Ricky, have talked to the need for this balance. The fact of various forces that, be spiritual or otherwise, are moving against each other. We know that our selves are in a very dire state at present, due to one volcano. It is my belief that this Thaddeus man, with his consumption of the other primal forces, has exacerbated this volcano problem and has moved directly against us all in the upper city and below as a result.
I see. And he was the one that we were looking out for the spirits below the city as well, right? In that cavern?
It's true. He was the one consuming spirits in the Undercity. And we thought potentially could be going for the Shadow Spirit in the Necromancer's lair. It seemed that he diverted his attention through the wasteland instead. At least for now.
And so, I'm a little bit confused because I think I was told things at different times, but Korgak informed me that we were scrapping a dreadnought vessel for parts for this bomb. Is that Thaddeus's vessel?
No, sir.
Or is this a different...
Dreadnought vessel or what?
No, the Sanidi vessel. Upon
That's the Sanidi vessel. I'm not sure.
So, after glassing the remains of the Golden Lance, I made the suggestion that the compromised vessel, the Orbital Strike cruiser, was scrapped instead, thus being able to provide for the materials lost.
So, okay. So there's the Sanidi vessel, Thaddeus vessel. Thaddeus is a dreadnought class. Class was the Sanidi one.
I'm afraid
Bigger,
that...
smaller?
Orbital strike class, big laser.
Okay.
Think of it like artillery.
Got it.
I would ask Sanidi myself if I had reason to trust anything they say at this point.
Oh God, no.
So here's where we stand. What we learned was Thaddeus with the Dreadnought class vessel arrived at the Spirit Canyon and kidnapped 3 of the 4 spirit talkers of this land. Now, I know you don't believe in that sort of stuff, but apparently Thaddeus does. Enough that he was willing to make this risk. And, although he killed others there, he made sure to take these 3 alive. The one that he has not taken is the one we are currently trying to find.
Aye.
As I have been
I
told
thought you had.
directly. No, we've been looking for all fucking day.
Aye, that we have.
Sergeant Monet told me that you two were going out to go get him.
Aye, another wild goose chase, I'm afraid.
I arranged a security detail in the event that she arrived.
Well, we were told that she may be up in the upper city. Hence why we're here.
We have scoured the city that we can with 2 men to do this. I think it may be time that we start using the WOTO announcement or corporate announcement in other areas of the city to request that this individual is brought up to the upper city. At this point, it doesn't really matter whose security detail they are under. In fact, whoever takes them in. Talking between ourselves, it's best to be Talaris. They're the best equipped to deal with Thaddeus.
Okay, alright. So, this Thaddeus has 3 of the 4 pieces on the board, right? And we're trying to secure the 4th. Are we immediately, aware of what he's planning on doing if he gets all 4? Or does he only need the 3?
I am aware. This is information only I know. But when we went to go see these spirits in the canyon, I received communication from them. Those that survived, or the whispers of the dead, basically. I know, you can trust it or not, but they were able to tell me exactly what Thaddeus is planning and what he's been trying to achieve. Which specifically is consumption of all spiritual kind in their own world of this nature. He needs all 4 of the spirit talkers to open a path to basically consume as many spirits as actually possible.
I see.
So I know for
the
sure
4th is
that
the
he's
key.
been coming after Sheila as much as possible. And the only chance we have to offset this would be to stage either a rescue mission for the other 3 or to in some way bring him to us and take him out ourselves.
Right. And so, okay. I need to know what we're up against here so that we can plan accordingly. Are these 3 on board his ship? Where is his ship?
That was our next point of task, sir. We were hoping to recover Sheila, get her somewhere safe, and then do what we could to see if we can arrange some sort of scan for this vessel. Now we've had an eyes on, we might be able to do something. Truth be told, I don't know what sort of resources he has at his disposal.
Is there a world where we do our best to eliminate this vessel, the 3 on board, to prevent that eventuality of him achieving all 4?
That is something I had to consider as well. Ricky, I'm going to ask the question because otherwise it will be asked. What happens if we shoot Sheila in the head?
Not good things.
Why not?
The way this spiritual mumbo jumbo seems to work is about balance. And when you remove one of the pieces, it's not as simple as, okay, now the key is gone. The key will find another way to reattach itself and rematerialize. I worry that by removing one of the pieces, we're just adding another layer of instability, another unpredictable variable.
So what I'm thinking is, why that might not be a good idea, Leonard, is because if there is this constant balance or struggle for balance, then removing our piece that we have can only be a mistake, because you take that away, maybe the 4th's power goes to the other 3, and he can do it with just the 3. Or a new one, a new 4th is made.
Is created.
We don't know or have contact with them. And, it'd be then a race to find that one.
Understood, just wanted to rule it out, sir.
For ourselves. Of course. It's a good idea. Good thinking, like where your head's at. But I would rather eliminate his pieces before sacrificing our own. Okay?
Here's the other point, though, sir. If this was the only threat we were facing, I'd say maybe you're right. But with the alien coming, and the volcano issue, we're gonna need all the help we can get. And these other 3 spirit talkers are some of the more powerful assets we have on this planet.
God knows we're understaffed.
Right. Well, remember what I always say, everything on the board, every option available. But, we'll play it this way for now. But, boy, we really gotta get that lizard.
Aye.
Gentlemen.
Yep. We got an agreement on that.
We were hoping, sir, that given your connections up here, you might be able to organize something of a such. I have a fear in my head that, well, as soon as people hear that WOTO is after this individual, they are taken by the way, held up to ransom, taken in by people who don't know what they're doing, or taken out of the picture entirely. A megacorp asking after one person is a surefire way to put a hit on someone's head. If not from another corp, then by a slammer who just wants to throw a spanner in the works.
Perhaps. Depends on our framing of it.
Aye, sir. Your expertise.
However, if we, there's a lot of angles here, boys. But, you know, what I'm thinking is if we put out the message that we are looking for her in a negative light, say, if we were to, you know, be hunting her, then, there's a chance that they'd be so far put underground by people around them trying to shroud their presence that we'd never find them. If we try to say that we're looking for them to help them, then I think Leonard's, theory might be, coming to fruition. But, we certainly have the resources. We could fan every goddamn sector in the city. It's just a matter of if that's the right thing to do.
Here's what I suggest. I'm on very good terms with both Sheila and the other spiritually inclined of the city. All of them know the importance and the danger that she is in. All of today, we have been talking with those that surround themselves by her in one way or another.
What about Damien?
And instilling... Damien would actually be a great place to start.
Aye.
Damien, we could
Why don't we
probably
go to
find
Damien
out
right now?
specifically where they are right now.
Exactly. He said he's always been a astral location or some whatever word for it.
Ah, one other point of information before we head into Tolaris HQ. They are currently investigating a matter of living mannequins which have originated from it turns out, one of our old facilities, sir. The attack on the upper city earlier allegedly came from them. So therefore it is a good idea to connect with Damien to make sure that he doesn't pin this on us at this delicate stage in the presidency.
And we're in good terms with Damien. I doubt he'd actually...
It's just at least worth broaching the conversation.
Rumors of mannequins walking around will endanger my presidency, boys, but I appreciate the thought, Mr. Leonard. Well, if that's all then, mannequins and world-ending events aside, we should head to Tolaris.
Aye. Let's do that.
On the way, well, we should consider what we've learned about Saniti. Because, look, I know we can all say that whatever just happened there doesn't quite add up. I don't know what our play is, but currently I consider a lot of the information coming out of them unreliable. And in this moment of need.
Indeed. Yes, what is it?
I've got a guy called Horizon outside, and a guy who said,
great.
"Is everything all right?" I didn't get his name though. Should I send either of them?
Description at all?
Purple man.
Right, Alec.
Send Horizon up.
Hold them there. Okay. What do we need him
Horizon was looking for
Very
Sheila
good
for us.
question.
He is the one that was searching the Undercity. He's
for?
tested.
Okay.
He's also the one that
Sure.
runs the radio in the Wasteland. If he knows anything about what happened with the
one that sent out the signal that was compromised?
No.
Or...
The one who, I mean, his radio was destroyed by that signal. It wasn't because of him. It was against his will.
At his expense.
Right. So he is very motivated to find out what caused this and get to the bottom of it.
Are you briefed on Hadwin, sir?
So yes,
You go get Horizon.
No, Alec. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just quickly,
Did you get that right?
you may be pleased to know that one of our assets, a scientist who was studying the biology down in the wastes, has been seized by Quixote to make a weapon, I believe, for the threat. It was just something worth chasing up on when certain things are aside.
Am I mistaken in that? Now this could be totally wrong, but didn't we, Manu told me about this breach in the lab from Simon.
Aye.
Wasn't Hadwin with Simon?
He was, and we confronted him
And
about
allegedly one Quixote intern, I believe, sir. If memory recalls.
So, Simon, Hadwin, and a Quixote intern
Aye.
walk into a lab.
Aye.
Is there a punchline to this fucking joke, or is there just some goddamn traitors that we're now working with again who was seized by somebody and you're calling them an asset? They're not a goddamn asset, they're a liability.
Understood, sir. Just making sure you were briefed on the situation.
Look, I agree. That was my first reaction as
I'm
well.
gonna have to
On
get
talking
Hadwin out
with
of here
Hadwin,
soon.
It seems that he is either really dumb or what's the word? Very unassertive. Because apparently he felt he had things to add when we were first testing shit on the alien. And instead of volunteering at the time, he felt he was pushed aside and had to do that research on his own. And so his idea was he would research the alien on his own and present to us the solution and the weapon he was able to create as a result.
Did you signal for Horizon or?
And you bought that?
I mean, not exactly, but he was currently under watch at Quixote making the weapon for the
I'm being told that Sunini, I think it's Myth, wanted to talk to you about some important information.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Myth is waiting outside. Is Horizon coming up or no?
I believe the other guy was fetching him, but I have no idea what happened, so I'll check on that for you.
I know Horizon has a matter of disappearing, it seems. I've learnt that about him today. Well, it turns out that our Horizon boys disappeared with Myth outside. Interesting.
I agree. There's a lot of shit to get to the bottom with this Hadwin character and his kind of blatant disregard for the process of which we do things. However, if he does have a way of helping us fight the alien, to me that's more important. And he's currently under jurisdiction by Quixote for some fucking reason. So
Using their labs to make weapons.
right,
Now,
and he's
is
already
he-
kind of.
Is he there on his own accord, or is he literally being held by Quixote?
I believe the
Like kind of a
phrasing was he was literally dragged up to the upper city bleeding and told to work on a weapon for them. I believe that is recounting what he said.
Okay.
Thus I use seize
And so
asset.
what's stopping me right now from pressing a goddamn button, kicking down their door, and getting back our employee, and taking him and shooting him in the fucking face for being such a goddamn idiot?
Well,
nice.
He's currently working on the alien weapon, and
So are a lot of people, Ricky. But not all of them are goddamn traitors working with traitors.
Shit, I handled this badly.
well, we're still figuring that part out. Hello.
I just found out an astral team was just sent into my building.
Aye.
And
We
I've
were
got
looking.
footage
I
of
was
it right
looking to
now.
inform you of that. Yeah, they were going to quote unquote go repair it, and they were apparently hired by Atlantis. Now you know.
Ha! Atlantis didn't talk to me.
Yeah, I figured that might be the case.
They may be trying to take jurisdiction over your little pirate radio then.
It's already been fried. They're not getting shit.
They are Atlantis. They could probably do something. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Anyway, more importantly, was there something else that you needed to speak to us about Horizon? Have you found Sheila at all?
I know that she's in the Undercity, Undercity's packed, and also the bigger factor that it seems to be that that last little bit, knowing this information, is probably up to Sawyer, who's ended up sending these people down.
Is this the same Sawyer who was getting bollocked the other day for going on an errant mission to the Golden Lance?
Yes, who disregarded two head CEO's orders.
Great! Well, this just gets better and better.
Defending?
Well, who was his name again?
This is Horizon. I don't understand either, sir.
No, the one that went under 2 CEOs. What was that?
Sawyer.
Sawyer, he has a white
Sawyer.
mask.
Oh!
That fucking guy. Fuck that guy. I hate him. He was rude to me.
Well,
Yeah,
that's pretty
so-
petty, but in general, yes, he's a shitty person.
Yeah.
And it
There's no
sounds like he doesn't have any respect for
I need to
authority.
talk to Terrence about him.
During the last meeting, I was there because of Cindy. Cindy ordered me, the head CEO, to go tell him to call off the mission. He said, go fuck yourself. Not listening. I told him to get into comms, talk to the head CEO. He said, I'm not in comms on purpose. So then, I went to Conrad, because I was ordered by the head CEO to go talk to Conrad. Turns out the head CEO of Atlantis told me, and told Conrad, to get a grip on him. Well, look what happened. They still went to the mission, people died, and, well,
They told
Cindy,
you, a
glassed it.
random, like, third party to get a grip on their own employee?
What does that say for the company?
Well, you know, Mr. G,
God, things are gonna be different when I'm president, boys.
yeah, I gotta say.
Looking
at this
forward
point,
to
you're
it,
my
sir.
full support. Anyway, we
The
gotta find
point
Sheila.
being,
You know she's in
if
the
there's an actual team in my
Yeah.
fucking building doing this shit without my go-ahead, who says they won't take or pay your stuff?
Do we have any stuff in the wasteland?
Well, you did.
I know what you.
Horizon, let's be clear on this. Are you asking us to send a response force to take out Atlantis bot mercenaries to clear out your tower?
I'm just keep it in mind because they're stepping where they shouldn't.
Well, are you asking
Honestly,
for
up to you
some
guys.
help right now to go reoccupy the place,
No.
or are you just gonna go down there yourself, or what do you want?
I'm just gonna leave it be.
Right, I've got.
It's all destroyed.
Well, you should probably go make sure that whatever they're doing is something that you're aware of, right?
I'm confused, Horizon. Are they going to get something out of this or not? Because if it's all fried, then like, if we have anything, then allegedly our shit's fried as well. I didn't realise we had any dealings with the wasteland until very recently.
Yeah. It might be worth just verifying, you know, that there's nothing left in the debris.
I'll see what I can find. But Sheila, she's all over.
But we know she's in the Undercity.
I don't know where she's going.
Well, at least you
Whisper about her there.
at least you can't get a vessel on the Undersea, I suppose.
I can't hear him if he's talking.
I'm talking normally. I'm
There
talking
you are.
normally.
There
I'm
you
talking
are.
normally.
Now
That was weird. I don't know what that was.
Saying, so she lives in the
Lonnie had that
Undercity.
issue earlier.
She lives in the Undercity. Polka's running around in the row.
Yeah, where's Polka? In the row.
He's in the row.
Well, we need to find both of them. They're obviously basically tied at the
They're
hip.
probably both in the Undercity now. You could probably just send one of your guards to go down there and fun.
Yeah, well, where's
Just send
mine?
one. Pick him up here.
Thought he was supposed to be out there.
He's hunting.
Last time I checked, he was looking for what was the guy name who works here? Simon. Right? Is it
right.
Simon? Yeah.
Oh, his man's having a hard day. He's
He's
got a lot of anger to work up on, you know. It's not every day
Here's
you
what
get
we're gonna
beaten
do.
out
We
by a
need to talk
mannequin.
with, Damien, we gotta deal with whatever the clown is that's outside. You should probably go check up on your tower, and maybe I can lend any help if I get down there in time. Okay?
Alright, understood.
Very
Give me
well.
more info later.
Let's jump to it.
I got
What do you
very
wanna do about
mixed impressions from that.
I don't know what he wants, so I don't know what I want to do with him.
Probably to spin a load of bullshit, to be honest.
Not very much.
Do we just want to tell him fuck off when we go to see Damien?
I'll give him 30 seconds, and if he interests me, then I'll bite. But let's head on out towards Damien.
Priorities, Len. Looks like we're in the clear.
Our other guests leave?
Horizon, yeah.
No, other guests.
Purple.
Oh, Myth. I believe for Leo, he said to meet him as a needy specifically.
Right.
Leo specifically.
Right, yeah.
Yes, because they had a one-to-one talk to have. Chat, whatever you phrased down.
Sure, I've had to. Understood. I'll head to Sinidi now. I take it you two will be fine at Damien's.
Yeah.
Aye.
Taking you. Come with us.
Right.
Hey, if you are getting bad vibes, you know, just leave, okay?
I will do, sir.
Try to talk to him out in the open. Don't go to his goddamn office. Let me tell you, from a person who works in an office, who usually kills people in an office, don't go to the office.
I'm not gonna go to the office, sir.
Wise words.
So suppose the city we're in, but you best man the place here. If Manu comes back with Sheila or anything else, Simon, you've radio seen on Channel 10. I'm listening in constantly. I'll come straight back.
The radio's been a bit buggy today, sir, but I will give you the information when I can.
Right, well, if you can, I'll be thankful for the distraction. Right, I'm gonna go get my fucking ears talked off by a fucking purple elf.
Yapping, sir.
Thank you. What was that? Mr. Myth.
Oh, perfect timing.
I believe you were looking for me.
Yes, do you want to head inside?
I'm afraid I'm good to be out in the open for the time being. Mr. Myth, we have much to discuss, I feel.
Yes, quite a bit.
What is the nature of the matter which you wish to bring to my attention?
So, we know exact time around the coordinates of the alien threat, and it's going to arrive in exactly 5 days.
5 days? That's a far cry from tomorrow. Is that the main fleet or the advanced force, as it were?
For the news that I have, it's the whole thing.
The whole thing?
The main thing.
So is
the
attack on the warp gate still happening, or they just decided that they're going to take the bus instead?
So that's the thing, like, apparently we're sending a few forces to and giving the map of the maintenance tunnels and the things that is around.
Aye.
The war brigade. I guess there will be a strike force before we reach here, which is gonna like get through that in 5 days. So that's still a plan. The other thing is I was talking with a few people of confidence, and I came up with the idea. I don't know if you talk with other people. If this thing wants energy and grows by energy, and hasn't go, for example, to a star to absorb this energy, that means it has a limit to how much it can absorb.
Right.
So one of the ideas is overcharge it, just put it out there, and just make it pop.
Aye.
Like if you just charge the battery too much, it pops.
The idea of
I don't know
energy
the plans,
weapons
because-
has been in the works for some time. I believe Kyoto, we were restraining from using arms of their sort on it for the time being, just so that we could make sure it wasn't resistant to this, develop some sort of capacitation ability or something like that.
That is true. But one other thing I was thinking is, when I say it has a limit to what it can absorb. So if it have two different things, if you hit it with many things at the same time,
Aye.
it has a limit on certain levels. So maybe overcharging it, it can pop.
No, I understand.
That's one of the
We
ideas
had this
that came up
discussion
around.
a while ago, I believe, in regards to Manu.
Yeah, I was.
Whereby
it
the
wasn't,
idea was to
wait, with Manu?
supercharge
Oh, yeah.
Manu in order to have the
Yeah.
same effect. This was some time ago, so have you made a new development to this
A
angle?
while ago. Well, I haven't had access to like analyze the menu, so no.
Right.
I have acquired many interesting sources of energy. But since I have no access to menu, I cannot just work with that.
Right.
I cannot build anything to power menu. So
Have you made any progress in regards to tracking down either the unmarked vessel or the, well, that's another matter. The unmarked vessel first.
the unmarked vessel, the dreadnought that showed up. I don't know if you heard about this. Is from this asshole. Its name starts with T. The one that don't touch his hand. I always forget the name.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, that guy. Yeah, it was his. And it showed up over the wasteland. Not sure what for. And for what I know, it's still around.
Aye, we can verify it ourselves. We were hoping to have your support in tracking down the vessel. Even though it gives off no IFF,
absolutely.
we might be able to see if we can round it down. We actually ran into a couple of your boys while we were down there, Relic. Aye. Yeah, we were going in.
In the row, like early today?
Aye. It's just, time skip's difficult. You'll understand, it's hard finding out what exactly the time is on a planet like this, but... Aye, we were headed down to the site of the vessel. The whole place was a fucking war zone. They were attacking the particular valley of interest. We were down there. There was one of your men, I believe your logistics head, was behind us with a couple of guards. Couldn't see who else was there. They'd gone out to support the Maris boys that were about the place. They headed off, taking back the chap I met in your boardroom the other day. Smaller chap.
The tiny
Black
kobold
hair.
guy?
Not a kobold, no.
Black hair? Black hair? Oh, that's Nina. They just went back just right there. Which, I'm not sure still why you had a meeting with them.
Aye, yes, I was trying to talk about a couple of positions in regards to the degree to which the needy vessels were available for the fight. With the excavation of extraction of individuals, the need to blow the hole in the middle of a hive mind, and also potentially to cover the ground for anything that falls out of this attack, I was worried about how exactly you were planning to supply vessels on this sort of remote world to fulfill all jobs.
We have many different kind of vessels. The vessels that we have ready for vehicle, in case that is necessary, are just non-combat vessels. They're not armed. They're just like ready, built for capacity and speed.
Aye, I understand.
The ones that are like absolutely ready for the flight are just, big ship with guns, war vessels, a couple dreadnoughts. If necessary, we can get full on force. As I said on the board meeting the other day, if I have at the moment, the fighting capacity that we have of all our ships is 60%.
Right.
If I have the approval of everyone in the board, I can pull 100%
Have you received?
of vessels to
Have you
support this.
received the authentication you need to bolster the navy around this part?
I've never got any confirmation from the board people, so I cannot call for reinforcements.
Understood. So, anyway, where I was going before we got sidetracked on that conversation, that as it happens, whilst we were heading into the valley, some people were extracting survivors. your men stayed behind whilst myself and other executives from WOTO headed further in to the canyon to see if we could investigate what it was that this Thaddeus was after. After leaving
I have not been
this
informed of
place,
this, so...
we find that, if you would forgive me, after leaving this place, it was discovered that the vehicle that we had to remove ourselves from this remote corner of the wasteland had been destroyed. Over the same period of time, we find that a load of mannequins have somehow got access passes to the upper city after being stemmed out of a WOTO factory, and now all of a sudden, everyone's blaming a mannequin attack on us, Alec. So how is it that you, head of Sinidi, security and logistics, moving things around Saviour City, are unaware that there are mannequins moving through our public support channels to the upper city? It seems very odd that such a thing would be allowed to happen, and it seems very odd that now, at the dawn of a presidency, people are talking about a WOTO attack on corporate grounds. Mr. Ellick.
First of all, I have not heard about any of this, so thank you for bringing it up.
Right.
The only thing that it was odd for me today was I saw Blaine carrying a mannequin and throwing off the edge. That's all I saw.
Huh.
And I was like, why do they have a mannequin? And just the idea of fucking walking mannequins just makes no absolute sense to me.
Blaine, your right-hand man.
So,
the
I'm a
man
little
who
lost at
explains
this.
what's going on with vessels and the hacking and this sort of stuff. He didn't tell you all that.
Just to let you know, he's not my right-hand man.
Mm-hmm. You seem very
he's a
desperate on him the other
security,
day.
but he has information that doesn't share sometimes, and that's been a problem, and I'm trying to deal with that. As same with you, that some people don't share information with you.
Aye, yeah, no, I'm starting to worry about the quality
had
of
a
some of it. There's holes in some of your stories, Alec, and people are starting to notice. So what is it you're not telling me?
I will tell you absolutely nothing. At you, I tell you all that I know.
Right, I see. We don't have time to play games at a point like this. There are lives on the line, allegedly people you care about given your extraction policies.
I have time. Do you think I have time to play games? I'm trying to help save the fucking planet, and everyone's doing their own fucking shit on their own. I'm trying to go to every fucking corporation, just give that they need, give all the help that I can, and every corporation is just doing their own shit, not giving information to me, so I cannot work at all with nobody.
Alec, your team is massive.
If I had more information, I'll give you more information.
You have time to walk around with 8 people at a time to sell a bloody foregone conclusion. We had no less than 8 people turn up at our door to say, would you like to survive if the planet goes to shit? Everybody's asking a question right now, Alec. They're asking, what's up with Sinidi? Is it malice? Is it scheming? Or is it incompetence? And I suggest that you start working on a solution to that problem. Find Thaddeus. Prove to us that you can do what's needed. Follow up with his Blaine character, see what's going on with these fucking mannequins, and if you can give us an answer on why it is that they're being allowed through public security without IDs, then we'll be all ears. I suggest that you forward future concerns directly to Goldman. It's good to bring such matters before a president, after all. I should head to Atlantis. Ricky and Goldman have got that fine. They got a good relationship. Right. Right.
Well, I guess, that stuff stayed down and under.
I don't suppose that any of the management is in, are they? Or are they occupied elsewhere at this time? I was hoping to... Any idea where Conrad is? Mr. Reynolds? I've just seen...
just came back from extraction, too.
Right. I saw Mr. Sawyer walking about the place. I understand the man's in hot water. I don't suppose either of you have been briefed on what's going on there.
No, sir. We just came back from extraction. What was the radio ID that he gave us?
I believe it was 5. Give me a moment.
Yeah, go ahead and contact them. See if they can get a...
Understood. I need a drink. I'll be using the bar. I'll be back in a sec.
Yes, sir. Don't know if I can really go to Kyoto at this point. But equally, I don't know if I can trust handling. What did you do, Simon? Any sign, or are the employers otherwise engaged? Seems to be otherwise engaged. No one's picking up on radio, sir.
Understood.
Apologies.
If you do see them, please forward that, given the events at the, Lance, Sawyer has fallen out of favour with Mr. Goldman. That might be something that Terrence wants to address. That's all.
Sawyer has fallen out of favor, Mr. Goldman. Terrence may have to address.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
If that's an Atlantis off, it's a fucking poorly disguised one. Wonder what tricks he's planning. I have reasonable cause to ask how their weapon's going. Greetings. Sorry, I'm trespassing of sorts.
No, you're fine. How may I help you?
I was hoping to
check in with Quixote about our asset, Hadwin. See if there is any developments that's been made on the weapon. Making sure there's nothing he requires from our end.
Hello.
Aye.
What's this here? Yeah, I've been working with him personally.
I see.
Hello. Quick question. Have you seen the giant walking frogman around here?
No? There is one?
Aye, there is. If you're talking about Lord Croak, he was away in the row not too long ago.
Well, I have a date with him, but I'll find him. See you later.
I sometimes wonder if we're all on the same planet in the same situation. I really do. Anyway, I was calling by to check up on a couple of things. First of all, the status of the asset, Hadwin, and the creation of the weapon, as well as how the planned mission to the Warp Gate is going. I had word with Sinidi not too long ago that the main fleet is now 5 days away, hence by their estimations. I was just making sure that we could formulate a bit of a report to keep everyone on the same page.
Yeah, well, I'm currently waiting on a map of the warp gate from them. They said they'd have that to me by tomorrow, and then we can get a better idea of what we're walking into.
I see, he mentioned something of the sort. And Hadwin?
Yeah. Hadwin and I have been developing a bioweapon for use against it. So, good progress is being made there.
Phil? I understand that there are tensions. Please, if you would, make Hadwin aware that his cooperation with Quixote has angered Mr. Goldman, and therefore it might be suitable, if he is doing good work for you, to move him down to a secure location under guard of sorts. It would be good if this happened before.
Over tensions between each other.
I have just left a meeting with Mr. Goldman, and I can tell you for a fact that he was less than pleased. So this doesn't get out of us two. Just pass the word along and see that Hadwin remains safe. That's all. Good day, Phil.
Right. Thank you for the information.
Understood.
Leonard, was it?
Aye, that's right.
I'll be sure to remember that.
I'll see you around.
Yep.
What is my body doing? I'm like a step to the left for some reason. I'm gonna pop in and realign.
That's funny.
Ah.
I think it's been off for a while. Yeah, I thought I was on the whole time. Like, whatever, dude. I don't need it. I really don't need
No,
it.
my tracker hasn't moved.
Oh no, definitely not. This was his voice from the beginning. This is the original.
You stood up this hot fucking mother. My god. The nerve on you.
So did I. Where was she?
looking for you.
Oh, I was on a mission. No, she was already. She's already taken by the Croakster. He was quick about it.
Are you not Croak? Oh shit. Oh, I thought you were. It's difficult. You're like pitch black for some reason.
No, he is Croak.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. It was because I was in a public world the other day. Shit. No, there we go. Now I can see you. There we go. Fine. Fuck, I should have remembered to do that. Yeah. Well, enjoy. I don't know how we feel about the fact you have teeth. Like big fucking... There's certainly something, man. There's certainly something. I love the model, though. It's amazing. Yeah.
So, thanks to her, my fearless.
Right, let's keep it PG, guys.
Because they said, yeah, Riley said you were looking for me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you didn't bring Phil.
I've got myself one of those Tundra trackers coming in the post. That should hopefully mean that my tracking gets lost and squiffy a lot less frequently. That's the theory anyway. Hey, I don't suppose the boss man's been back in, has he? Are they still out and about in Atlantis?
No, they are in, I believe, the meeting room now. They have Manu, Goldman, and Ricky.
In our meeting room, you're saying?
Yes, and Hadwin, sorry. Hadwin also came by, and that's one in the meeting room.
Shite. Okay, thank you.
That's good.
That's my angle.
The psychological aspects, the psychoattractive aspects of the chemical will inhibit its ability to adapt to the substance. In short,
So because it's so attracted to it, it can't develop a resistance to it.
Correct. That's the hope. It needs to be able to act quickly and effectively, however, and current successful trials, the substance in question unfortunately has a very, very, very short half-life. In short, it degrades rapidly, gives off immense amounts of radiation, and is unfortunately thus unsuitable for transport. It would have to be developed on site. Now, the components, once we finalize the particulars, can be easily transported. But unfortunately, as things currently stand, once we have our final solution, once we have the final values, the final substance, it is something that was going to have to be produced on-site and administered to the alien.
Fucking Hadwin's bringing out the final solution.
Let me get this straight. You want to fly a science lab up to this alien and create a bunch of wacky tobacco and give it to it. And that's gonna be the solution.
We don't need to fly the lab. No, the lab is so that we can test and find the exact components that will be required. But once we have those, they can be transported manually.
So you're telling me these components can be combined without the use of laboratory equipment? You just slap them together, make a little snowball, throw it at them?
Surely that describes many weapons. That's just a pure combustion combining chemicals.
Tell me, what is the level of expertise necessary to assemble this? Are you saying that someone like yourself or one of the other 3 people you've been working with is necessary to assemble this weapon? Or is it like anyone can do it?
I would need to be on site in order to in order to combine them correctly, up to a point. After that, Mr. Phil will be handling the last stage. It is something that it involves a process that only he is privy to, and he will be finalizing.
Why him?
Essentially, we will go on site. It deals with a
What the fuck is going on?
technology that that only he is privy to handling. Hard light. I myself have never dealt with substance, and I know not the first thing. Besides that, involves a high-powered energy source. Hence, as I described earlier. This is something only he is capable of doing.
We're flying you and Phil from Quixote up to this hive mind where you make the substance by combining the materials.
Correct. Mr. Phil has been, as far as I understand, putting together a team for this express purpose.
It's some sort of suicide squad.
Sounds like Trust me, sir. If I had a choice in the matter, I would be staying down here. I've never been off-world, but I don't really
But
think...
you're doing it.
Unless we can... unless we can synthesize something overnight that has a longer half-life, there's really not much other option.
Oh yeah, I think it's good. I think, you know, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. You know, that'll work. Give it your best shot.
Shite.
Do you need any resources? I can get you a ship. How long will it take to finalize the material components?
We will be working through the night. I will be sending a list of, well, additional components that I would humbly request WOTO Corporation be willing to provide to the laboratory.
Sure, I'll give you a
that
budget.
I might run a few more tests. Thank you. And I'll be working through the night.
Very well.
This is, I hope this is satisfactory in terms of results.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You've done a good job redeeming yourself from a very compromised position. So, I applaud you with that.
I humbly request your forgiveness for what was ultimately an enormous error in my judgment.
Tell you what, you do this job, all is forgiven.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
Anything else?
I just came to give you an update. Maintain transparency. Unless there's something else you require from me, that is all.
Not exactly. I can see you out, though. Something I want to run by you regarding your work.
Shall
in
I
the slang.
accompany?
If you like. Meanwhile, you
Yes,
guys
sir.
can catch up on whatever that conversation was at Sanidi.
Nothing major. You'll be glad to hear for once.
Not
As
surprised.
expected. Very well.
Right this way.
The bulk of the alien fleet, by Sanidi's most recent estimates, is 5 days away. Alec has come up with a bright idea that we may be able to get this, kill this creature by overcharging it with energy. If this sounds strikingly familiar to conversations we were having over a week ago, I would tend to agree.
Now, sorry, you'll have to forgive me. I just had that great interaction there where the guy I was gonna shoot in the face just offered to send himself up in a rocket ship towards the alien.
Aye.
And now Alec comes up with an idea that we've had for a while and we deemed too risky to proceed with.
Aye.
Everyone thought of overloading this thing. The problem is, if you don't reach that threshold of killing, you have just powered it up beyond belief.
Aye.
Did you stop him on his idea to do this?
I
Dead out.
told him exactly what I thought of him, sir.
Good.
The
I assume that will handle the situation then.
I hope so, sir. I've told him to, well, be more open about his future wastes of time. It may surprise you to know, sir, that this man also has no knowledge whatsoever of the fact that his men were the last seen in the desert before a car was sabotaged, which me and Ricky were used to plan to get back. Also, that the head of, transport and logistics had no idea that somehow a shitload of mannequins got passes to the upper city to come and start attacking the place. Apparently that was just an accident. And it's also just an accident that this man also seems to have just magically allowed these things up here from a WOTO factory, and now people are bad-mouthing our name.
Leonard, I made it clear to you already what the actions are going to be when I assume the president of the board position, did I not?
I agree, sir. I was simply hoping to add to your humours.
Good. Thank you for that. However, patience is a virtue and must be adhered to for this time being.
Understood, sir.
If we just went in there now and started, doing what I plan on doing, there would be pushback. However, in a position of higher authority, those actions will be easier to accomplish. So,
if you will, sir, I was not intending to just agitate without merit. I proposed that a way that he proves his doubters wrong is to quickly and swiftly, if there is a difference between the two, get a lock onto Thaddeus's vessel. Hopefully, I have been able to focus his mind on that at least.
we already know where he is.
You work fast, sir. I'm impressed. And where would that be?
There's an estate, sometime off out of the city. It's guarded by Astral. However, this was all from a report of Astral. God, I already forgot the name. Projection from a Talaris representative. We got him on an estate surrounded by Astral private military. But these private military have their name tags and their IDs shrubbed. I don't think they're affiliated.
Right.
It's under a false name. There is a large battleship stationed nearby. Fits the bill. And we believe that the other members, the Spirit Walkers, are also at this estate. So, we basically have them nailed.
Taking him back to his summer house. Right.
Indeed. Question is how we plan on assaulting this location, if we do at all. Or what to do about it.
Sir, if I may, I was discussing with Ricky earlier the sort of financial power that a sovereign brings to bear. If there is someone, and this may be me of being of overly conspiratorial mind, but I just field the ideas as they occur to me. This man has significant ability to impact the stocks, including impact things that may lead up to a presidency, or indeed just damage WOTO's bottom line in general. It is
Indeed.
Absolutely within our interests that this errant rogue sovereign is under control and eliminated. I do not see a benefit in forestalling on the attack.
I think that is absolutely correct. However, General, soon to be, we need a plan of attack. We need specifics. We need the equipment we need. I was going to close out a deal with Mars today that I got caught up with to purchase about 1/10 of their military.
1/10?
Including soldiers and equipment. Indeed. Atlantis seem to think that might be all they're willing to part with. Of course, WOTO being the largest corporation, we would have the means to do so.
Aye.
But Mars can't just give us all their assets. So, we're looking to buy a very large portion of their military force. However, that might take some time to finalize. There might be stipulations and other things there, so we need an action plan and, things ready to go as soon as possible. We don't have time to wait for all that.
If I may, sir, maybe one of the good ideas that Sinidi has had recently is to bolster their forces in orbit to combat this threat. Alec himself was going around asking heads of corps for permissions to increase the presence that he has of Sinidi vessels within the systems by around 30 to 50%. If such vessels are coming to us, it stands to reason that they may be able to transport other forces from outside the vessel. If we can work it out that we can commission Mars forces from outside, we may be able to go far beyond that 10% figure that you've been quoted.
Perhaps. Really, the specifics have to be ironed out with Mars. But, we can't wait for that to happen. So, we do have access to a large supply of Quixote mechs, okay? And that's under the authority of Atlantis. Now,
Understood.
I can talk to their CEO and see if we could use those for this mission. I think, right off the bat, the kill squad I'm thinking out there, we get as many guards as we can get. We get, 2 of those mechs and a Sanita vessel overhead for some fire support should be all we need to attack the state.
If I may, sir, whilst I share your enthusiasm, the ability that we have to overthrow a private force on a remote compound is not something that I doubt. As always with Thaddeus, the serious concern is the unknown, that being the spiritual or magical powers that he is able and demonstrated that he is able to bring to bear. In terms of figuring out his capabilities, we are going to need some serious, we're going to need to go beyond the spirit care package, or astral care, whatever the shite they call it, over at Talaris. We're going to need some serious power on side.
Yeah. That's a good point. We should get that on this too.
Damien has a good portion of mages himself, but given who Thaddeus is, I doubt Damien personally would want to risk himself on such an endeavour. Obviously, I wouldn't presume to speak for the man. But is there perhaps agency to try and recruit something of the, people like Sheila, people like Talaris employees, but people we can control?
Sheila shouldn't be out in the open, especially not to confront Thaddeus if that's the piece he wants.
I was never going to suggest Sheila herself, but I was simply saying that there are powerful people within the city who are not under our purview.
You know how I don't like working with people I don't know I can't trust. But if it's the angle we have to take, then perhaps. The problem is we'd have to vet those motherfuckers, and I don't think we have the time to go through and check all their history.
Sir, if I may.
I think Talaris will probably have to do. Yeah.
Damien has been very complicit in your rise to the presidency. He has been very supportive. He has even gone so far as to clear out the trash recently in an old WOTO factory for us, on our account. There is clearly something that he wants here. I know that you have a good relationship with the man, and that you trust him. However, it would make me feel a lot better if I did know what it was that he wanted. I see it as only prudent at this time.
I think the worst thing, Mr. Leonard, that he could want is the same thing that Thaddeus wants. To consume all the magic on this planet. Because every time I've talked to him, he's been very blunt. Okay, he's interested in everything magic. Okay, everything. He wants to know it, be able to use it, to control it, to supervise it, etc. Now, the good thing and the reason why our partnership has been so effective is because I don't give a goddamn about all that. I want the profits, I want the money, I want the power. Okay? And if I'm up top and I don't give a shit about all that, that means he's up top with me. And he's able to do the same thing. Now, there might be a hidden ulterior motive. I don't rule that out. But I don't think he has something, I don't think he has anything planned in the nature of superseding or overthrowing my position.
Understood, sir. There is a strong argument to be made that it is better if there is a Thaddeus-like person to exist, that he works within the manifold of the Megacorps rather than an external entity. Such a man would not need to reset the balance. They are already at the top of their game. It's a lot of unknowns to give to a big unknown. And I don't know what checks and measures I can reasonably put in place against that. Just to cover our own backs, if nothing else. I just hope Ricky can, make something of it, that's all. Nonetheless, I shall, see if I can, find dealings with Astral. I'd be curious to know if any of their ground troops are, magically inclined. Mercenaries come in all hues, after all. It'd be good to at least know that they are.
I would assume that some are. I would venture that guess.
Yeah, probably safe.
Here's the situation. Polka knows where Sheila is. I'm going with them. I'm going alone.
Alone?
Why? No. No.
She's hidden away. This is the only way I'm going to be able to see her.
No,
I'll make sure that she's properly protected, and we can do whatever
Leonard
we
needs
can.
to go with you, or at least on you. You're not going alone.
I need to go alone.
That's ridiculous.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll be okay.
To our apartment? To
They're in
what's
the
hidden away? The
I know that
undersea.
much. He's in an unstable state right now, and basically, bringing a whole entourage will only exacerbate the issue.
He? Sorry.
I'm not saying a whole entourage. I'm saying one person, 2 people, whatever it is.
Manu, at least. He knows him, surely. They've split blood together on the Necromancer's Lair mission. They should be a trusted cohort, at least.
Manu's not acting like himself right now, but
Right. It's just like we need any more of that.
We're just wrapping up.
look, I don't know what state she's gonna be in. Apparently she's hyper paranoid. I've been able to convince Polka that I can go. I don't want to push that luck.
I'd be hyper-paranoid as well if Thaddeus was after me, so, I guess there is that, but...
I don't think she even knows that much about that. All she knows is everyone's looking for her and coming after her.
At least...
Seems that all of the asking around we've been doing today has only made things worse.
At least a retinue of guards, so if something does go down, you've got an extraction plan of sorts. And you're not just lost in the undersea.
I'll get HDR on standby. All you gotta do, press a single button.
It makes you feel better, sure.
It does.
I'm not worried.
What do you mean? Why are you not worried about this? I don't understand. You're going after someone who is being hunted by one of the most powerful entities on this goddamn planet, and you're so blasé.
As far as you know, Thaddeus is already with her. I'll just say it.
That's a good point. All right.
Indeed.
For the sake of Thaddeus, yes.
All right, here. Wait. Sort this out. You take this. Single button press. You need anything? HDR's on the way.
All right. I'll be fine. I'll be in touch as soon as I can. All right.
Right.
Very well. I'll probably be retiring for the evening. Finish up some last paperwork. Send to Galactic. But yeah.
Aye.
Leonard, I have
Hope
one
you
more
guys
thing to talk to you
discuss
about.
Understood, sir.
What to do with the Saniti issue. I want to be up to date on that whenever you reach a conclusion.
It's very quick, Ricky. It's a matter of the fleet, believe, will be here in 5 days, and they've come up with the genius idea that you might be able to kill it if you overcharge it with energy.
That was the best they got.
Oh.
All right. No, yeah, no, we know. Get out
Can we
of here.
make
Go.
sure they don't have any fucking buttons to press? All right, just like I don't know, cut off their arms or something.
Something like a padded cell.
Hey, oh.
What?
Should we just leave him outside, or?
No,
Who's
I'm gonna
them?
leave them right now.
Let's go, let's go.
Polka,
All right.
right.
Sorry. All right, yes, final things. This estate assault.
Aye.
I'm gonna send out some emails and some paperwork. See what I can manage. I'm gonna see if I can get Atlantis' mechs on standby. I'm gonna see if I can get some Talaris mages on standby. You need to assemble some goddamn forces and see what we can do as soon as
Understood.
possible. Make the assault against them.
Yeah, we ground forces coming in. As far as I've gathered from magic users so far, that they've got a limited amount of charges. It may well be that we need to soften them up a little bit with some of our own men before heading in with the main force. It's, we'll see how it goes.
Whatever strategies you wish to employ. All right, I'll finalize that. Now I have to get this HDR thing set up, or that button will do nothing.
Understood. I'll go see if I can coalesce with Jeremiah. Best of luck, sir.
Very well.
Oh. Were you calling me sir as I was walking out?
No.
Manu, what do you know? I'll wait in the main courtyard. See if I can catch him. Deep breaths. Have you spoken to Simon? What do you know? Manu.
Hello.
Manu. I'm told you're not seaman yourself. Is everything alright? Last time I saw you, you were playing with a knife and diving down into the undersea with a face full of rage.
I'm doing great. It's me, you know?
Aye, no, I understand. Any news on the situation with Simon?
Well, it seems like he's hiding somewhere. We can't find him. He was seen a lot around the tea house, but after further investigation, he hasn't been there for 2 days.
Right. So he's just gone quiet and dead, has he, after attacking the WOTO lab? He's got no backup plan, no bravado that we've been able to find. He's just hiding himself.
He seems to have a disguise. Seems to look like some sort of child villain. In this black trench coat and a black mask. That's what Hadwin told me.
Hadwin told you his disguise. Well, that's something to go on at least. What's your next action?
Yes,
I suppose
but I haven't...
You're aware that Ricky's heading off to find Sheila by himself in the undersea, and before you ask, no, we can't follow him. For some fucking reason.
I heard that. It's kind of weird, but hey.
That it is.
There he is. Oh, what?
Hey, boys. Look what I found.
Aye.
Will!
Hello.
The lady of the hour.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Oh.
So,
We have
wanted
a
to
lot
trade
of people
swords,
here.
eh?
What do you want?
Are we touching swords right now?
Yes, switching swords right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, put that away! Put that away! Put it away! Put it away!
Mr. Goldman, if I could ask you to perhaps stand to one side.
Intimidating as it is, especially the glorious spider headquarters. Should we stop?
Oh yeah. I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, a low-key hour as well.
Some other time, all right?
You can get them to go in the arena. That would make it easier.
I think we should take him to the offices, all right?
Agreed. Thank you.
Offices or boardroom?
Let's go.
And honestly, everyone's here, so let's do the boardroom, I guess. Fuck it.
Okay, lovely.
Let's go.
We're going inside, so you're gonna have to fly.
Oh yeah, Manu, I owe you a
Wait.
spell. I need to teach you a spell.
Don't let me forget.
Go on, go inside.
Just to inform you of the protocol, we are locking the gate. So if anyone comes in, they are not coming in, basically.
Understood.
This is the VIP.
Understood. Place is locked down. Thank you. Be on your way now. So what's your
What
deal
were you saying?
with why did you just nearly have a fucking battle to the death right next to Goldman with a man with a massive sword?
Oh, it wasn't a battle of the death. I wanted a battle to the death, but Polka seemed to wanted to spar with me, so I agreed, and we were about to spar.
Right.
But
unfortunately, we didn't get to.
Right, understood. So, what I was saying was, the word on the ground with Simon. He's gone undercover. He seems to have some sort of face mask and everything, dressed like a child villain.
Yes.
And this had something to do with the tea
Yes.
shop, did it? What led you to the tea shop in the first place?
I asked around and said people said that he was hanging around there.
Right, okay, well, that's as good as any, I suppose.
I also checked the cameras in the row, and it seemed that he was hanging around in front of the tea house quite often.
Right, so just to be clear, he's got like a black coat and a mask on, you say, of the similar design. Just so I know when I see him.
Yes.
Just suppose...
Something like that. Hadwin was not too descriptive.
Hey, what do you make of the Hadwin situation? Man's volunteered himself for a suicide mission.
Well, I see it as this. He's probably trying to redeem himself for the mistakes that he made, And the boy wants to go and save the world.
Right.
Let him go.
There's something I actually thought you yourself might have a unique bit of insight on. This Thaddeus guy, he's going around eating spirits and all sorts of shit, powering himself up.
Oh.
I thought
He's
that
eating
was...
spirits now.
Yeah, he's devoured the spirit of water. That's what we discovered when we were down there in the Spirit Canyon.
Oh,
I don't
no!
know anything about the place. I thought that, like,
very
surviving
bad.
with something like that inside you was kind of, was like a unique thing that you could do. And this man's going around gobbling them up left, right, and centre.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I mean, Callous was the one that did all the work on me.
Right, so I'm just wondering, this man's been moving about the place, he's a sovereign. Have you felt anything, like with the spirits that you've contacted or anything about what it is he might be trying to do?
No, but I can always call upon the lightning spirit.
Yeah, there was a blackout in the row earlier. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that.
No, it was not me.
Right, you can understand why I'd ask the question, though. Just,
Yes.
Ah, right, fair enough. So Thaddeus is walking around the place. We're going to attack his little holiday home out in the middle of the wasteland somewhere. Any of the Astral Boys you've run into?
He's hiding in the wasteland.
It turns out he's got a little private residence out there, which is guarded with astral guards. He's going to be... I'm sure that we can amass the forces to be able to storm his front door, but obviously the big question is the magical element. Now, Talaris were able to make you. My big question is, for many of the astral people that you've talked to on your travels or anything like that, have any of them shown themselves to be magically inclined? Clearly Thaddeus has a wealth of knowledge on the subject, and I won't be surprised if I see that exhibited in his men.
Not that I can remember. I wish Otto was awake to maybe help with this.
I was given to believe that you slept at the same time. What's happening here? Where is Otto?
Well, he was a little bit down and started drinking again and said he wanted to, rest for the rest of the day, so I took over.
This is the longest I've ever seen you in control, man. I mean, like, have you... Is he alright? Is it because of the mannequin thing?
No, it's not because of that. When, we drink alcohol, he gets suppressed. We don't know why.
Oh, so you're drunk right now? Is that why you're dancing around? I'm never sure whether you're just happy to be in your own skin by yourself for a while, or if you're just a bit jolly.
It's a bit of both.
Okay, so that explains it, fine. So, he's often been drinking. On that topic, it was...
Well, not drinking on the job. We were, talking to the tea house owner.
Aye. So...
And the gentleman wanted to take a drink with us, and we decided to drink.
Fair enough. On your travels, you wouldn't have come across anything to do with this old WOTO factory with the mannequins coming out of it?
That's the first time I heard of that.
Right, okay, so that's something you might want to know about. We have an old factory down in the row. Turns out that that place has been spewing out sentient, or rather at least animated mannequins. Talaris were involved, thought it was some sort of magic individual, and they came up and attacked the upper city earlier. What's more, it seems that this Cleo of yours is involved to some extent.
My princess?
Listen,
What? She would never do something like that.
Yeah, well, apparently she was seen... Man, I don't know how to break this to you right now, but I'm just going to need you to stay professional with me, alright? You in your professional space? You having a jolly? You alright? You're in a good space right now.
It depends on what you say about my princess.
Well, allegedly she was walking off with one of these mannequin fellas saying it was her boyfriend.
What?
Now, it could have been a joke. It could have been a joke. It could have just been her walking by with one and she was trying to misdirect attention.
Joke.
No, it's not a joke for me. I'm just sort of reporting it as I see it. But either way, if she's covering up for a mannequin, it could be that she's involved. And if she's involved, she might be in danger.
Wait a second. She was acting very funny today at the Dirty Diamond. She wasn't very talkative.
Alright.
Hmm.
Well, it turns out that Callous was snooping around, figuring out this whole thing with these mannequins and everything, so it could be that she knows something. Either way, you can understand that I'm not super happy about the fact that Callous are poking around one of our old factories. And even worse, that people are trying to pin this attack of the mannequins on us. So, if Cleo
boy.
does know anything,
Here we go.
it might be worth, I don't know, asking a few questions.
Okay, I shall talk to my princess about it.
Right. Okay, so
How
she,
should I go
since
about
when did she become your princess exactly, is this Are you seeing each...
She's always been my princess! What are you talking about?
Alright, so I'm going to ask you a very serious question right now. Have you seen her outside of the diamond, like on a date or anything?
No, I mean, I've ran into her a couple times in the Undercity, and, you know,
right,
I saw that in the road today before she went into the diamond.
Have you asked her out on a date or anything?
No, because Otto won't let me.
Otto won't let you? What does Otto have a problem with her about?
I don't know. Ask him.
Does she detect that there's something going on with her, perhaps? That she's involved with something that she shouldn't do? Is it picked
I
up?
have no idea.
Alright, fine. So, be it as it stands, Simon's running around the place. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but if he's down there and quiet, then that does us for the time being. What is pressing is obviously matters of this attack, and also figuring out who we can get on side to storm this mansion. I don't suppose you've been... I take it you haven't been asked to go up and attack this fleet or anything of the sort. This,
Nope, I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh yeah, well there we go. Looks like Team Phil is not including both of us, and I'm not sad about that in the slightest. That means that,
Phil, that's Phil.
yeah, no...
who's that?
That's a load of people walking through a locked door, and Callous by the looks of it.
Wait.
You strictly told us this place is off limits at the time being, so...
We're locked down right now.
I understand that, but I'm here on behalf of Ron from the Wasteland.
Maybe
All
you
right.
should take care of this,
I'll
Leonard.
do that, aye. Okay, what's Ron got to tell
I
us?
shall be here supporting you.
Thanks.
If you could
Mighty.
no, I'll go back to the gate.
I mean, I wanted to talk to Ricky, but...
Ricky's busy in a private meeting right now, sensitive topic.
Yeah, I'm
Very
aware of
busy.
the meeting. Yeah. Listen, we have problems with the whole Wasteland and the Irritz Bay, Elmray, Adius Bay,
Aye. You have problems with it?
Ignat
That makes a lot of us.
I mean, yeah.
So what's the
but
issue?
that- Adius kidnapped Ahi and Tynan and another spirit walker.
We know.
And yeah. So what are we doing about that? Because I remember I was in a meeting in regards to that with everybody.
We are
2 days
currently
ago,
assembling
and-
a relief effort. Our plan is to extract the spirit walkers and keep the current ones safe as much as we can. We will be, friend, working closely with the other corps to make sure that we have got a decent plan of attack. As I'm sure you're aware, Thaddeus is a man of quite considerable power, both magically and financially. And whilst I'm sure that we'll be able to storm the place with our troops... Hey, yeah, that makes us both. I won't ask the details, it wasn't, I hope it was more pleasant than mine at any rate. But, we are currently trying to figure out how exactly we account for the magical element of this man. The powers that he has surpasses anyone that we've seen before, and maybe even Damien. Was we able to rally Mars forces, Quixote and the like to be able to storm the place? we were hoping...
Well, we know
Callous is on board with that.
Yes, we were. I was actually hoping to come and find Jeremiah to talk on this very topic. The upshot of it is that we are dealing with the matter, and I'm sure that you can understand that given the sensitivity of the matter and the, Thaddeus's powers, the less people that know the specifics of that plan, the better.
I just want to know if it was Alaris who took a look at that sample I gave her, if you guys had any input.
We've
or you
been
just let them...
trying. We have been
I
trying.
mean, you're the only ones that have looked at it. I'm wondering if anybody else has looked at it.
The sample, sorry, we've had a lot of samples and stuff recently. I'm going to have to ask you to narrow it down.
Yeah.
To clarify, Thaddeus's blood that I got from him.
Right, well, that's the first I've heard of that topic. If we do have any... this is news to you as well, is it?
Possession for right now.
Telaris' possession.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Is this, by any chance, how we know where he is?
We're waiting for, we're
That's
currently
what-
waiting for
listen,
results
that's what
from
they're
the
trying to-
labs. Cough, cough.
Right.
I was just thinking if if anybody else took a look at it, because they couldn't find it. They're still waiting on it. I don't know if you can put multiple tests through at once. Or
Aye,
whatever.
yes, I'm sure we can. Well, that's up to Telaris and whether or not they want to relinquish their asset, but we will obviously gladly look at it if we believe that we would be able to do anything. Otherwise, I would see if you can take it to Nirvana. I personally have specific interests to see whether or not this man is fully human. I have reason to believe that he is very much more than that. Damien thinks he's a wild spirit, but that being said, he seems to be working very differently to...
Well, I mean, he absorbs them, you know?
Aye.
He absorbs spirits, just like...
As much as I would love to continue this conversation, we
Spaghetti.
have 4 minutes until the sweepos come.
Aye.
Son of a bitch.
So I
Okay,
will
well-
let Jeremiah know to talk to him. We'll probably come early tomorrow
Understood.
in the morning to find you. We'll come to you here.
We were surprised to be receiving extra visitors, so forgive me for...
Listen, I was coming to bring a message specifically for Mr. Ricky that on behalf...
Take care.
I'm his head of
on behalf
security,
of
this
Miss
man's
Ron.
his personal bodyguard. What's the message?
Well, on behalf of Miss Ront from the Wasteland, Mother Orc, I'm sure he remembers her.
Aye.
Requested his help, or at least, specifically Ricky knows what she needs. I don't know. But Ront was...
We shall relay the information to him.
Fair enough.
She said, put in a word for me to Ricky, and that's all I am doing, as well as
Yes,
figuring
yes.
out blood bullshit.
Understood.
Anyway, thank you for your time.
We were speaking to Ront
I'm
earlier
sorry to
today.
interrupt.
She didn't mention anything, but
Yeah.
I'll try and grab his attention when I can. Thank you for delivering
Yeah,
this
that's what she was
message.
saying.
I didn't get your name, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shaska.
Shaska. Right. Well,
Yeah, Miss Shaska's fine.
in that case, I'm sure you can find your way back. Thank you for delivering this message.
I can. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good day, Miss Eska. Very stressing day.
Aye. Wonder what that's about. Last time I saw this Ront character, she was fresh as a daisy, having Sheila just repaired her fucking legs. Poor lass got shot to shite. Could barely stand. Thaddeus went to town on her and her friends.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to take one of the bodies back on myself. The head was completely destroyed. Large fire weapons, looks like Quixote. Or at least Quixote arms.
Sounds painful.
Not for very long, it looked like. Not for very long, so there is that at least. Anyway, how are you now with Telaris? Are you talking to him? I mean, I noticed you didn't run away just then.
We're not talking to Dolores.
Right, okay, understood. So, in that case, if I asked you to follow up on this, WOTO factory creating, mannequins that move, that have, Telaris fingerprints all over it, you're not the guy.
Are you telling me that you want me to investigate it?
I'm asking you just to have a conversation with Cleo about it, that's all.
I will do so.
Right, thank you.
It gives me another excuse to talk with my princess.
Yeah, and Manu, just a word to the wise.
Yes?
You do know how those relationships tend to go.
What do you mean?
Manu, she is a woman who is paid a not insubstantial amount of money to make men
that's
feel
what
like
WOTO
they're very
said.
important.
Blah, 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 blah. He doesn't know anything about my Princess Cleo.
Right.
And neither do you.
Right, what do you know about her then? What's her last name?
She's a sweet, kind individual. Her last name is, Cleo. Cleo!
Right, okay. What does she do in her downtime when she's not working at the Diamond?
She hangs around the Undercity,
Aye,
taking care of her loved ones.
her loved ones, eh? She got a family, does she?
Yes.
Alright, and have you offered to help out with that, being a man of means as you are? Take some of the pressure off? Do you know if she likes working at the Dirty Diamond?
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do that type of thing. As for I have very special missions to complete before I can indulge on those activities.
You've been indulging in them quite a lot, and you know that, and so do I. There's been quite a lot of activity indulging. Alright, okay, so fair enough.
Otto? It's Otto? Otto?
What happened to our closed door?
I was told by Goldman specifically to let this person in.
Fair enough, understood.
I'm just too fly.
Hey, it's the flying grandma!
That it is. She was on a date with a frog earlier. Don't know if I actually know that in character. Forgotten. Doesn't matter. Manu.
She was on a date with a frog? Are you talking about the big one?
Listen, that frog, Lord Croak, is an ugly motherfucker. He's huge. He's got a massive load of teeth. He's got a fucking hunched back. He stands all funny. He's got all sorts of shit going out. And he can ask a woman out. Manu, you are a spry young man. You're ripped as fuck. You haven't figured out how to put a shirt on yet. But you are in your prime. Yes, you got some weird sort of roommate situation going on, but you, of all people, should be able to ask out a cat. Granny and Frog. Like Future Samurai and Cat. It's like peas in a pod.
I wish Otto was awake for this so we can hear all this. I'll have to tell him later. Leonard said this. You should listen to Leonard.
Well, why don't you ask her out now it's just you? Like, force the situation. Maybe he's scared.
Wake up! Oh, because I had an important mission to kill Simon.
Yeah.
And then it brought me back here.
So, I thought you said you weren't finding Simon. Apparently we're,
Ow! Shit! Somebody shot me. Alright, good session, everybody.
Absolutely.
Good session, everybody. Good shit. Hope you guys had a good one. Sorry about the scuff last week. Should be all good by next week because hopefully by next week open beta will be pushed live, so there should be no more issues from that point onward. I hope you all had a good time.